Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
This guy comes into the chat.
What's he do it when he's here?
Huh?
What's he do it when he's here?
Yeah, that's true. He comes in and he says, and the word he types is Q-U-Y-E, and the E has a little thingy over it. Q-U-Y-E-N. That seems Vietnamese to me. I could be wrong. Yesterday I was doing a read on Taiwan and talked about Thai food, so I'm a moron. But then his next text is Emmanuel Sharp. So I'm like, okay, is that hello? Good morning? I just want to know what it is. And good morning. Either way, welcome in everybody else. It is a Wednesday, August 19th, as we roll on. And, welcome in. 1-800-920-1140, 916-339-1140. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so update on, by the way, did you find out what it meant? No? Okay. I made a questionable decision this morning. We'll see. I did have I opened up the show yesterday talking about some medical stuff, and I'm taking it on full bore. I went to the doc yesterday around 2 to get kind of an explanation of everything that they had told me and prescribed me over the weekend, and walked out of there with some referrals, felt a little better, got a nice little road on the whole thing. And one of the things that they prescribed, because I did kind of unveil yesterday, which is a surprise to anyone other than people I'm around every day, that I had to tackle my smoking habit, right? That I've been hiding fairly well, or not, depending on who you are. So for the first time ever, because I have tried all kinds of ways, I guess 100% of the time I've unsuccessfully quit because I started again, but I've quit for as long as 8 months. A couple of times I quit for 2, 3, 4 months. I remember I quit for 6 months, and then I kind of did the opposite thing. I found out that we were pregnant with our first child. By we, I mean my wife. You usually think that would stop you, but we were not planning that. And we were not in a position, in an ideal position to have a baby. So that started me up again. I've tried the gums. I've tried cold turkey. I've tried reducing, day by day. Anyways, none of it's permanently worked. So for the first time today, I am testing out. Let me see here. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I have a nicotine patch on my shoulder. A prescribed, actually, thank goodness for insurance too, man. Like, I've bought the gums in the store before, and it's like $40 for a pack. I got.
Man, I'm out of cash.
No, for real. I mean, I gotta say, what's up? Thank goodness for somebody who did not have benefits for a long, long time. It was like $10 copay for 2 boxes of 2 weeks per. So I have never done that. So that is the thing with the gums is that it would be I would get the influx of the nicotine, I guess, whenever I'd have a craving, and I could control when I did that. Usually I'd combine it with like some wintergreen gum and just park it between my cheek and gum for a while. But in this case, this is like a constant flow. They say you can leave it on for 24 hours, but it can cause bad dreams. I'm going to probably take it off right before I go to bed. Hello. But I have never, I thought about, dude, just wait till Friday. Do it. Don't test out new things, especially when you're on all these new medications. Maybe don't test out new things when you have to do a 4-hour radio show effectively by yourself. No Jason, and obviously Chris is here, but if, I keel over or something happens, Chris is going to be like, all right, everybody, coming up next, we're going to
get ready to hear about AEW.
Exactly. So today, I don't know how it's going to go. I put it on About just under an hour ago. So it says it takes about an hour to kick in. To kick it. Sean Salisbury.
Let's kick it.
So we shall see. They say that when you do quit, though, there are many side effects. One of them is you eat a lot and gain weight. So I'm trying to.
Ironically, I hear that's a lot of people's excuse not to quit.
Well, you're right, but I will tell you this: just being honest and transparent. It's kind of like this was what was in my head when I was like, I'm going to wait till Friday. I don't want to test this out on the air. Or when you have a drug addiction, and that's how I refer to smoking. It is a drug addiction. It is 100% cocaine, heroin. There have been studies. It is right there. I think we kind of make it, I don't know, we soften it by saying, well, I'm a smoker.
They teach kids that it's.
They should.
That's a drug.
It's a drug addiction.
Here's the problem, though, is when you teach children that cigarettes are drugs, and then one of those children says that their dad smokes drugs.
Well, yeah. That
And
sounds.
the teacher's like,
That's
hey,
yeah.
so
That
they
sounds
said this.
That sounds a little different. Yeah, they say he smokes drugs, which I guess technically you are smoking drugs, all kinds of stuff.
Might have happened to a family member.
It is a drug addiction, and I am 100% a drug addict. So trying to handle that. But to my point, the gaining weight, like all that's true, but also when you are addicted to a drug, you're going to find all the excuses. I can't quit right now. We're about to go on this trip with our friends that smoke, or I like to smoke a lot in the winter, or I'm going through a really tough time right now. I need that, or gain weight, or this or that. It's like, dude, just quit. Just quit. It's a stupid, horrible habit. Just freaking quit and don't do it. Now, the other thing I also have to be aware, because I've started making these little video diaries for myself. Not the whole performative, hey, everybody, although there's nothing wrong with that if you want transparency and accountability and all that. I don't mean to sound like that, but these are for me. And maybe someday I'll put out hey, it's been a year. Here's a video clip of my year in review. Like, I might do that. Honestly, maybe. Because I know that was off the air. Although the way this show goes, who knows anymore? Yeah. Here's what I will also not be.
Jason's going to come back. Wait, where is everybody? So
all these things have changed since I've been gone. Here's what I will not do, and these people drive me absolutely nuts. Now listen, if I'm able to successfully, knock on wood, kick this habit, I will certainly, when asked, be happy to opine on the difficulties, how great all the good stuff. No problem. No problem. What I will not be, though, and they are some of the most annoying people, is ex-smoker preacher, where you roll around and you just, hey, man, I used to be you, dude. Just put it out right now. Just, hey, let me see you put it out. You got to quit. And then just proceed to preach for an hour. I will never, ever be that guy. Those people bug me. Their thoughts are in the right place. But when people successfully quit, I think, well, two ways. One, they die, or something happens to them where they no longer have access to, anyways. There's a lot of different ways you can quit unintentionally. But generally people quit smoking or whatever drug they use when they want to or need to, and they realize that, and it's at their own pace. I'm happy to, share the journey, but no judgment for anyone who doesn't. They say the side effects, though, gaining weight, obviously too early for that, or, this, that, whatever. One of them I was really worried about was you can be irritable and snappy and lose your temper, and I don't see that happening.
Cool as a cucumber.
Honestly. Cool as a cucumber. A couple of texts asking if I have done anything with any of my friends, like made bets and stuff like that. I did that a few years ago. There was actually quite a bit of money on the line from a number of my friends. It was going to be, I was going to end up giving it to charity because that just seemed weird to get paid by your friends to quit smoking. I made it 8 of the 12 months. This time, it's just me. I don't, I think it would always be good to do something that benefited people other than me. I like that idea. What I don't like the idea, though, is, if you start again, you're letting down sick kids or whatever, wherever the charity is going to go. I don't want that. I already have enough pressure on me to do this. So, yeah. Anyways, I feel great. Good attitude. Very, very calm. Not annoyed. Not touchy in any way. My patience levels are as patient as they've ever been. And I don't know why you'd say differently. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Probably should quit the 2 cups of coffee a morning, too. But let's just go one by one, shall we? In the meantime, once you get an early diagnosis of something where they're concerned, it's always great because now anything that happens ever, I'm like, is that that? Is that this? Is this what's going on? Is that this? I have an itch on my arm. What does that mean? Is that an actual itch? Or is something going on? Am I getting skin tingling? Let me chat GPT it, which I've sworn that off. Chat GPT and I are going to be cool we're good for a while.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't deny.
They're the ones that are paying all this money to podcasts right now.
Oh, are they?
Now?
Oh well.
Oh, you haven't seen that with Bill Simmons?
No. Oh, okay. Well, if they come on board, then that's fine. Pedro.
Hey, ChatGPT. What's Westbrook's best game?
That's right. Welcome in our good partner, ChatGPT. Pedro says,
he wasn't smart enough to ask it to say it in a 1930s gangster voice.
Or Chewbacca.
That
might have been the best use of AI in history. Mainly because ChatGPT played along, which was fantastic. Pedro wants to know when is the craving the most. Morning coffee, definitely.
I find when you combine different vices, then you kind of have trouble, not vices, but like stimulants and that, you have trouble like breaking them apart.
It's a physical body addiction. There's no doubt about that. But so much of smoking is a lifestyle addiction. It's a habit. It's habitual. It's things I associate with. What?
I'm just thinking probably the toughest thing for you is, I think, it is a way for you to get away from everybody.
Yes.
Which you really like to do.
Yes.
And that's not an excuse that you can use anymore.
No. I mean, I can still get away from that. Well, it's funny you say that, Chris. So this will factor into the answer I was just going to give. Mornings when I'm waking up, writing the show, drinking coffee outside, I've been asleep for 6-7 hours on a good night. Obviously there's a need there, and that ties into the habit. The next thing is during the show. And this is where medical addiction and habitual addiction kind of, like Chris just said, they join hands. When a show segment ends, not all of them, but most of them, there's a number of things. I need to, and this will continue regardless. I need to step out. I need to take a walk. I need to get my blood flowing. I've been sitting the whole time. I need to clear my head. Okay, that segment's over. Do I want to carry, and obviously when Jason's here, that's a mutual thing, but just speaking for myself, do I want to carry some of that stuff over to the next segment? If not, all right, where are we going? All right, I look on the sheet. Okay, we're going to talk about this. All right, what's the angle? What's the thing I want to really get out there? You build your radio segment. These are things that I will go downstairs, I'll step outside, and then I'm pacing around and I'm thinking and I'm in mode. And I think people around here know, not that I don't say hello and I'm not friendly, because I do and I am, but they, nobody's coming up to me and talking to me during that's when I'm very, I'll go across the parking lot and just kind of walk back and forth. That is a huge thing. I've got to fill those times in between segments by just doing laps around the hall up here, or even if I do go outside, just understanding that I can go outside and I can do all those same things. I just don't have to smoke while I'm doing it. Then I go home. Let's say I take a nap. Fine. That's good. No problem. Then other than that, it's really after meals. I mean, honestly, it's either after meals or in stressful moments where, and stress doesn't have to be like a terrible stress type thing. It could be stress of I'm on a phone call, and it's an important phone call, or I'm doing work, whether it's here or England, and I have a habit of I'll be pacing around in my backyard. I'll have my phone on speaker. I'm by myself, but that way I don't like pressing things to my ear when I've had headphones on for 4 hours. So I'll generally have the volume very low so it doesn't disturb anybody else, and I'll be talking. I'll be talking on the phone. And while I'm doing that, I'm multitasking, The problem is, and I really started to notice this last week, depending on the length of the phone call and the stress level of the phone call. And I know this because I opened up a new pack. Packs have 20 in them. I got on the phone. It was probably a 20 to 25-minute phone call. It was fairly intense. There was a lot of stuff to get done. And then when I hung up the call, I was sitting on a chair outside, just kind of, all right, so let me send this follow-up email. You know how, a follow-up after a phone call. And I look over at the pack, and I had 14 in there. I just, somehow in 25 minutes, I had pounded 6 cigarettes, and I didn't even think about it.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. All right. Chris was not in the chat. Chris Guerrero yesterday. Predictably, he's here today hearing this. And I honest to God, would have won $20 million had you said, hey, give me 2 things Chris is going to do when he finds this out. There was a 1,000% chance that the 2 things he would do the most are, A, I knew it. I knew he was still smoking. And then B, just go on a full-on spamming absolute over-the-top pitch for me to start smoking a ton of weed like he does. Chris, I know your heart's in the right place. I really do. I'm good, dude. Just relax. Stop pitching me, dude. By the way, not annoyed. Just matter of fact. It's okay. I don't need you, you don't need to do an infomercial in the chat, bro. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I'm good. I would rather, if I'm going to quit smoking, I would like to quit smoking. As in, no smoking, regardless. And I don't need the, I am on the side generally of the weed smoker when it comes to it compared to other things, et cetera, et cetera. You don't need to campaign me there, but I would like to live a life, my goal at least, is where I'm not smoking anything.
I've been told to stop drinking beer, so now I'm drinking wine.
Is this? Oh, you're making a point? Okay, I got you. Anyway, and no judgment, by the way, either. I am fully on board with all that stuff. So, That's it. That's all I got for the whole show. That's all I got.
Matt and Kayla coming up next.
Yes, Matt and Kayla coming in for Crosstalk. And by the way, I'm not gonna. I know how everybody loves drama and everyone loves to. I get it. It's fine. It's part of the thing. Just let me save you. Let me save you the drama. And as we go to break, I'll very quickly address Crosstalk yesterday. That was entirely real. I was very annoyed. I let it be known. Probably shouldn't have done that on the air, but I do everything on the air. But I can tell you I would not argue with somebody like that or have that type of interaction if I actually didn't like them. I like her very much, as I do Matt. And just so you, okay, a little bit of math. Just to save you the whatever, we will be doing crosstalk today, all of us. And Kayla and I had a very nice conversation yesterday, which we have had before. And I don't talk about off-air stuff like that all the time. And Kayla's a big girl. I don't have to worry about her, and vice versa. And family argues. Sometimes it's not the most comfortable thing to watch. But I can tell you that I have my little bag I bring in now of snackies and all that. One of the things I brought in Kayla a little gift. It's a calming spray for her dog. So, hey, you know.
You love drama.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right. Well, that didn't work. Chris is like one of them little Energizer bunnies you wind up and it just goes crazy. I guess you just got to hope he tires out at some point. Now he's debating other people on smoking versus smoking and that's just old Chris. Hey, what are you going to do? We got a lot to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. We really, really do as we head towards the halfway point of the program, of the week, I should say. And I guess I should probably set this up too, based on everything I just talked about. As we do the open, we stretch, we do our calisthenics for the first 20 minutes. I guess I will say this: it's my first day with this patch on. I don't know if it's going to make me addled, loopy, forgetful more than usual, slur. I don't know. I have no idea. So if I'm all over the place a little more today, if I have more or less ADD than normal, whatever it may be, please bear with and forgive, as I will do everything I can to get in mode. We're going to talk about we spent a lot of time yesterday on LA sports situations between the Clippers and Steve Ballmer and Kawhi Leonard and Pablo Torre and the NBA. Then the Lakers and the Sale and Jeannie Buss and the Buss family and all that. Well, there's two things going on. Number one, it's summertime, and there ain't a lot else going on until we start getting into more preseason football this weekend. But, of course, we'll have camp updates and everything there. But this L.A. thing gets more and more, not so much really the Clippers. The Clippers thing is going to be what the Clippers thing is. Clippers
are pretty happy that this stuff is going on.
Oh, my God. This Lakers thing, and dare I should say this Lakers, Chelsea, Dodgers, life insurance, television contract, this whole thing is now starting to bubble up, and I absolutely, we'll leave the hyperbole for the first takes, for the big national shows. I am incredibly comfortable with saying this is going to be, at the very least, the non-sports sports story of the next 12 months, if not beyond. We are only getting started with the craziness of this Mark Walter Lakers Chelsea situation. The Dodgers are about there. I have a feeling this is going to end up more violence the wrong word, more earth-shattering to the Dodgers even than the Lakers. And there's going to be a lot of people that are really, really happy about this. We'll let you decide as with every hour that passes, there are these new revelations. People now, everyone's deep diving. Everyone's looking at documents and the ones that understand them and all this public-facing stuff. And the dots they're connecting are absolutely fascinating. Our job is to read all of it, which I have as much as I can, and disseminate it into very easy to digest bullet points. We're going to have some fun today talking about sports traditions that have absolutely little or nothing to do with the actual game on the field, pitch, court, whatever it may be. I'll give you an example when we're talking about those and what are the best ones, like tailgating, stuff like that. I got a whole list for you. And speaking of lists, I got a list of questions about sports in general sent to me by a junior high kid that is doing some sort of project. I thought I would combine that with content, answer them on the air, and then I'm going to send them the clips of the video of us talking about it, because we are always here to help the children. For the third day in a row, we've got A's tickets to give away for you. A's versus the Twins. This time it is August 26th. That will be the game we'll be giving away today in the 8 a.m. hour. So, Jason on vacation with his family. We hope he's having a great time. Christopher Laud behind the glass. I'm Carmichael Dave. We will be right back with camp updates in the NFL and something we just talked about yesterday in the world of golf that seems to be coming to fruition. We'll get to all that next.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It's Wednesday, and we're looking at a nice cool start to the morning thanks in part to that Delta breeze. Heading into the afternoon, brace for the heat. It's going to be the hottest day of the week so far. Daytime temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. 696-355.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Ben Hogan said, good golf starts with a good grip. It's true. If the golf club isn't in a square position after you grip it, you'll have to do something in the swing to manipulate it back to square. Otherwise, you're hitting big slices or duck hooks. Then you start gripping the club tighter, and that tension runs through the hands, up the arms, and into the shoulders. You're done before you even take the club back. 9 times out of 10, when I make a small adjustment in a friend's grip, the ball flight is much closer to straight or even a slight draw. You want to hold the club more in the fingers than in the palm, which allows your wrist to better hinge. The lifeline on your right hand will cover the thumb on your left. In this position, you'll see the top 2 knuckles on the back of your left hand, and the V created by the thumbs and forefingers should be parallel and point to your right shoulder. Grip pressure should be about 4 or 5 on a scale of 10. The correct grip is incredibly important, and if you're having issues, see your PGA golf professional. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
I wear my sunglasses at night. Which is, I saw this thing with Bono of U2 the other day. I don't know how old the clip is, but he was on some English TV show, whatever. I forget what the guy's name is, but he gets all it, like, every clip I see, it'll be like Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman, and Bono that are all having a drink on stage with him. I have to find out the guy's name. He's English. Anyways, he had like all of U2 on, meaning the band, and they were kind of ribbing Bono about why he always wears his sunglasses, like indoors, outdoors. And it was basically, the question was like, when did you go so Hollywood that you did this? Bono was like, well, actually, it's a much more boring story, but he's got some like eye disease. I forget what it's called. It's one of the. I'm just right now I can't remember it, but it's one of those.
Graham Norton, is that who?
Yeah, Graham Norton. That's exactly who it is. I don't know who his producer is, but I mean, when I say like a typical guest roundtable would be like Anne Hathaway, Harrison Ford, and Ian McKellen.
Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt, Matthew McConaughey, Taylor Swift, Cillian Murphy, Greta Lee. Apparently it was all on one show.
Yeah. No, that's legitimately.
Oh.
What?
Because he's on the BBC One.
Well, right. Hey, whatever. I don't know that I've ever seen. I'm talking about like including like, now granted, I don't know how often his show is on, or maybe I only see the best ofs, because the only way I see clips is on Twitter when they float around.
Yeah, Jennifer Garner, Gordon Ramsay, and Charlie XCX isn't the.
Yeah, exactly. But even then, like whoever's producing his show has everyone just wants to go, and it's always casual. They always have a drink in their hand or something. They're just having fun. They're all interacting. Anyways, every clip I've ever seen has been pretty darn funny. But yeah, this all started from Sunglasses at Night. But yeah, apparently Bono. I wonder how many people. That's why I'm bringing it up, because I wonder how many people that you see at a boxing match, at a basketball game, whatever it may be. How many people are wearing sunglasses and your immediate thought with them is, oh God, what an idiot. You're too cool for school, right? You're indoors. What are you wearing sunglasses for? But what if they're wearing them because either they have an eye issue or they suffer from headaches? Because when you're sitting down low, as those people often are at an event, the lights, especially in a boxing or MMA event, the lights are almost blinding. It is so freaking bright. And so if you do have headache issues or any host of other issues, the sunglasses make sense. You're just trying to enjoy everything. By the way, what if they're, and maybe they're prescription? We don't know. Maybe they're prescription sunglasses as well. Because I remember going to a Kings game not that long ago after I had this thought, this was last season, and going, you know what, honestly, I would probably be a lot more comfortable watching this game if I had my sunglasses on, just because of the lights in the arena and everything's flashing and all that, and I do suffer from headaches and migraines. But there's just no way I can do it, just because someone will see me wearing sunglasses at a Kings game indoors and just go, oh my God, what a ding. And they might say that anyways, but I don't want to give them any more ammo. Chris Guerrero says he has a boxing match coming up. I mean, listen, if that's real, we may need to be. I need to be aware of that. If Chris Guerrero's got a boxing match coming up, I'm all for that. Yesterday we were talking about golf, in the sense that we're in the
game of golf.
Thank you, Scotty. We're in the PGA playoffs right now. So last week they were in Memphis. This week they're at Belle Reve in, I don't know, is it Wisconsin, Illinois? I don't know where the hell it is. And then they finish up at East Lake in Atlanta. And my comment was, hey, no offense to these courses, but this is the playoffs. Wouldn't it be a great way to showcase other courses? And watching that Memphis, if any of you were into golf, you're watching it over the weekend. It's not the golfers I necessarily feel sorry for, though I do a little bit. But it was damn near 100 degrees every day in Memphis, where there's humidity. It's not like 100 out here. And they're walking around in long pants playing golf. I don't care who you are or how rich you are. That's got to be draining over 4 days where you're walking 18 holes at with elevation on it. Not elevation in Memphis, but up and down on the course. But my main thing is being a viewer, a patron, and going out. That's got to affect attendance. You want to go out there and see the best golfers in the world, but you really want to walk around for 6, 7, 8, 10 hours in 100-degree heat? There's plenty of other places in summer that you could play. And I brought up Pebble Beach. How much more enjoyable would that have been playing at Pebble Beach? Well, it turns out that they have been talking about that. And starting in 2028, allegedly, they're going to change the whole format of the playoffs, and they are going to start rotating golf courses. And there's some discrepancies as to whether or not how it's going to happen, where it's going to be. But at one point, somebody had leaked out a list of courses, and one of them was Torrey Pines was on there. Oh, hell, what's the one? Pacific. Oh, God, it's like the most exclusive course in California. More exclusive than they say, or as exclusive as Augusta. It's in the Bay Area, South Bay. Why am I freaking blanking, dude? Nobody gets to play there. Like, you playing Pebble.
Cypress Point?
Cypress Point. God dang, was I blanking. See, there we go. That's the patch. Cypress Point, for example. And then people said, yeah, why would Cypress Point possibly want to host a golf course? They don't want, they don't let anyone there. But how great would it be if it was your traditional big courses, whether it's a TPC Sawgrass or a Bethpage Black or a Pebble Beach, where majors are held at all the time. But if you could somehow mix in a Cypress Point, they have the amateur at Bandon Dunes. Why not have one of these at Bandon Dunes? And Bandon Dunes in August compared to Memphis in August, and it's a wonderful course by all stretch of the imagination. It's a wonderful course, but I'd love to see. I mean, can you imagine one of the playoffs, if not the BMW Championship, at Bandon Dunes or a Pebble? And that's just. I'm not trying to be biased towards California. I'm just saying that's California, Oregon. That's where some of the best weather in the country is right now. I mean, put one in Florida. That's fine. Put one in the Northeast. Put it in New England somewhere. They got great weather there too. Dwayne says, "Oh, they had to golf like we do in Sacramento." No, I hear you. I'm one of you. I do it. It's easy for us to say. I know Dwayne's kind of half joking. It's easy for us to think that, but now you're in the playoffs. It's massive competition, and you're not just playing like we do in Sacramento. You're walking the course for 4 days straight while you're competing. Is it, they're not building houses. They're not.
Oh my God, they have to walk on their feet.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something. We all have fun saying that. I get it. It's like we were talking about yesterday with nuance. Chris, I'll tell you right now. And by the way, they have caddies who are carrying the bags. I'll even throw that in there too. So you're right. Literally all they have to do is walk from shot to shot, hole to hole. You're right. Do that in 100-degree weather for 4 days straight, and it's going to take I'm just saying, it's going to take a toll. It's not going to always be comfortable. It's not always going to. You would prefer, I would imagine, Chris, especially with yours and my feelings on weather. I'm just going to imagine that if you had a choice between walking 18 holes for 4 days straight in August in Memphis or walking 18 holes for 4 days straight in Pebble Beach, Monterey, I'm pretty sure you're taking Monterey.
I think that they should put them in awful weather. They should have they should be like at a crappy public course. that's not being taken care of.
This is something that's kind of a passion play for me because I've seen
Green's all bumpy.
I believe there should be one tournament a year. And I honestly think this could happen, and it would be huge. One tournament a year. It's held at a public course. By the way, Pebble Beach is a public course. Like, there's a lot of public courses they play at, but you know what we're talking about. We're talking about Wood Creek, Timber Creek,
No,
hanging
I'm talking
Oaks.
like Cordova Links.
Okay. Let's meet in the middle and make it a very accessible. Basically, here's the rules. It has to be on a public course. That public course to qualify has to have green fees under $80 a round. So that way we're not doing some $300 public course. And what I would really love, I want a throwback golf tournament. I want all of the equipment manufacturers to get together. Nothing that would not have been legal pre-1970. So Persimmon Woods, like when they play Woods, it's technically when somebody says, Berlon to the 7th tee, this hole fits his shot shape as he takes out his 3-wood. It's actually a 3 metal. Nobody uses woods, dude. There's no wood. No wood. They're all metal. Actually, the thing the announcers do that bothers me, and that's just such a golf thing, too. And they don't even say that. Verlaine to the tee with less than driver.
That's every other club.
It's right. That's what I'm saying.
No, I want 1930s. Wear ties.
No, that's part of it. So, like, the whole thing is
wool clothes.
Yeah, they've got to dress. Like, the idea is basically you're looking like the late great Payne Stewart or before. You know what I'm saying? Like, take advantage. Wear the Kangol, the whole thing. Wear the kilt. Wear the knickers. The long tight whatever. And it's all so you see like Rory McIlroy stepping up, bombing 250-yard drives because he's hitting with. I still remember when I was a young lad going to the driving range with my dad and Ansel Hoffman when he actually did have something that resembled a wooden driver, little black-headed wooden driver on the golf course. I would love to see that. So it's nice to see that they're going to start rotating. And yeah, let's get a throwback. Let's get a throwback tournament. Have a little fun. We'll take a break. When we come back, brawls in camp, the McCaffrey hold in or not. And I do have a Russell Westbrook thing. It's about more than Russell Westbrook, but I was thinking about him retiring yesterday, and I had a question for you guys. We'll get to that next.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If
If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Emran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The summer of Silverado continues at Folsom Chevy. General Manager Eric Wilson and his team have rolled out an incredible deal for August on every 2026 Silverado half-ton truck in stock with a 5.3-liter engine. $13,000 off MSRP, 0% financing for 5 years. No monthly payment for 90 days, and there's a lifetime warranty. Find it all at Folsom Chevy at the Folsom Auto Mall. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends August 30th, 2026.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, "Grow my business" to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, "Grow my business." Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples, all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, "Grow my business," and let us help take you to the next level. Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
On Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. I was thinking about the Russell Westbrook retiring just randomly yesterday. I know it's been all talked out and everything it's been all talked out. But what I was thinking about was, like, he had allegedly opportunities from at least two teams. Washington being one, and then maybe Sacramento. I still don't have clarity on that, and I'm not going to bug anybody right now for that. We'll get clarity on that later, or confirm others' clarity, whatever you want to say. But the bottom line being that Russell Westbrook, if he chose, could still be playing in the NBA next year and perhaps beyond. But he, if you believe the reports, and I do because they're credible sources, did not want to take on a mentor, widely reduced role. And at first I went, well, why not? He did last year for like one of the worst teams in the league. That's exactly what he did. But I would imagine it was, look, I outplayed my contract. I did that for 1 year to show everybody I was humble. I had humbled myself. I went to a basketball outpost in Sacramento. I did everything that was asked of me. I mentored. I came off the bench. I won the starting job fair and square. I outplayed and beat out Dennis Schroeder. I don't want to do that again. I would rather retire and pursue other things. And let's be honest, I don't think Russell Westbrook, although his post-NBA career is going to be fun to watch, but he's one of the more interesting ones. I don't see him in a broadcast booth. And that's not a knock on his talent or non-talent. He just doesn't seem like he's a guy that wants to be analyzing games. Who knows? Maybe an NBA Today or a studio show or something. I honestly don't know. I think he'd be good at that. But that doesn't strike me as him. Coaching? Do you see Russell Westbrook as a coach? Maybe. Ownership? I don't know that the traditional... Russ has never been a traditional dude. So I don't know that he's going to go the traditional route. Now, we know he's big on fashion and in that world. And that's something I could see him entrepreneuring in his post-NBA career and spending a ton of time on that. That makes sense. But it got me thinking, like, and this is because I was watching, my son is catching up with us on Ted Lasso. So we started over, and if you've watched Ted Lasso, there's a character, a very gruff character, captain of the team in the first season named Roy Kent, who's a phenomenal character, taken after quite a bit from Roy Keane, the former Manchester United captain. And there's a point where, spoiler alert, Roy Kent has to confront that he's not who he is anymore, and he retires after tearing his knee up. And that must be, when you think about it, really try to get into the psyche of the professional athlete, which is hard for us to do. It's one of the hardest things to do on radio and for an audience to do because we just can't identify with that. And it sounds like you're trying to curry sympathy when really it's just, no, it's all relative. So you're Russell Westbrook. You were the best team on every team you ever played on growing up. You were a big man on campus. Then you had to fight through a lack of scholarship offers. You got on at UCLA and then on to glory. High lottery pick, MVPs, Hall of Fame, and everything that comes with that. 5-star hotels, the cars, the planes, the agents, everybody wanting a piece of your time, autographs, this, that, whatever. Now, some of you might think, well, I'd welcome a little bit of anonymity, and you are correct. But Russ chose to end that part of his life, and sometimes that's a really tough adjustment to make from a psychological standpoint. Not at first, but it'll be very interesting to see where Russ's brain is at, or anybody like that, in November, December, January, when you basically, those months, you are hardwired to play basketball. But instead, you're waking up every day at home or on the golf course or whatever you're doing. It's just interesting to think about with him. And I'm very curious. I don't know that we've spent, because it's so soon, I don't know that we spent enough time really talking about what is next. What do we think is next for Russell Westbrook? What is his next act? And it's also why I never fault any athlete for holding on to playing as long as they can. Dude, if you can have a job in the majors or in the NBA or NFL, you can play till you're 52. Who cares? Hold on to it because you got the rest of your life to be retired. But when you're stepping up to the pros, yeah, you want to make sure you take all you can get, much like you want to take all you can get and all that is offered from our good friends at Pest Pros, locally owned, locally operated, phenomenal people. But they also do great work. Back-to-back Sacramento favorites for best pest control, along with the 2025 Best Customer Service Award. Now, you're not only, that right there says you're not only getting great service in the sense that it works, which is the bottom line, but they also are very pleasant and pleasant to deal with while they do it, whether it's a home like they did with me, a business, the community in general, there's no place pests are they will not go. Partners at the Sacramento Kings, so they're just like you and me. I think I mentioned this before. One of the guys that came out to my house to take care of our pest issues was wearing a Club 50 bracelet. And for those of you who know, that's how far back that guy goes. Step up to thepros.com. Do you have pest control or do you have pest pros? They're the best pros. Step up to thepros.com and you tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. Beaver Madness coming up next.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It's Wednesday, and we're looking at a nice cool start to the morning thanks in part to that Delta breeze. Heading into the afternoon, brace for the heat. It's going to be the hottest day of the week so far. Daytime temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. License 696-355.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-346-2476. 800-346-2476. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-346-2476.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here's to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports, 1140. Your local sports leader. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, hour 2, 3 for Madness. Hey, real quick, need a thumbs up, thumbs down from you in the audience. Wife made dinner last night. She made cheesesteaks, but it was with shaved chicken instead of shaved beef. It was the same consistency basically as shaved beef that you would use for a cheesesteak. It was pretty good. And, you did the whole peppers and onions and all that stuff. So you construct it just like a cheesesteak. But I don't know, it felt a little weird eating what would you call it, a Philadelphia cheese chicken? I think that's what you call it. It's a cheese chicken.
I'm seeing here chicken cheese steak.
Chicken cheese steak? Okay, that probably is better than Philadelphia cheese chicken. It just felt weird, dude. It felt like cheating.
There's no ham and hamburger.
Good point. Really good point. Solid point by you, Chris Verlod. 3 for Madness today.
Oh, that must be kicking in right now.
What?
Your patch.
Why?
Because you just said, oh, that's a good point.
I'm supposed to, so I'm not irritable. Here's what I did with 3 for Madness today. Look, it is August. I inherently tend, and this is a fault of mine, having hosted radio shows for a very long time. I inherently kick back against topics that are done or overused. So we're the home of the Kings. It's summertime. Oh my God, there's nothing going on. What are you talking Kings for? There's all this different. Well, sometimes and by the way, that's no offense to any other shows that do talk Kings every day or try to kind of shoehorn these topics, and we're all looking for good content. And the point is, we should talk about some of this stuff. But what I decided to do today, because sometimes I'll kick back so much it's detrimental to the show, I tried to kind of dive in. This is a Kings-centric 3 for Madness, and it's all just general You can ask at any point in the preseason, any point before the season starts. This is all just general questions I've kind of had rolling around in my notes that I thought I'd slap in today's show. So you'll get the idea here in a second. Put your thinking caps on, everybody. I expect to see responses on the text line at 916-339-1140, and I expect to see responses on the chat. By the way, if you want to, you can call us at 1-800-920-1140. From 11th North in the chat, the Philly cheese chicken is Ben Simmons. That's not funny. I don't find that amusing at all or funny, which is why I'm not going to say it on the air. 3 for Madness, question 1.
What would represent the biggest found money for the Kings this season?
So here's what I mean by that in case you don't know. Found money, meaning everybody is expecting Darius Acuff to do Darius Acuff things, good and bad. He's going to be a rookie all over the place, this, that, whatever. Odds are Sabonis coming back, going to be a walking double-double, be at or near the top of the rebounding lists. Zach LaVine in a contract year. You get the point. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you could slap oh, wow, I didn't see that coming. Or, oh, wow, finally he's playing to his potential or beyond it. Well, then who on the team do you pick? Now, DeAndre Hunter is in a contract year. You could make the argument there, but he's in a contract year, which means, let's say he has that type of year. You're either looking at trusting that he's going to do that every year and committing to him long term, or odds are you're only going to have him for 1 year and then he can go be really good, maybe somewhere else. It's tough for me to put Neat Clifford and Maxime Reynaud in that category because they're second-year players. I hate to say, kind of the same thing with Dylan Cardwell. I hate to say it. I feel like Malik Monk, who I love, is an ex-King that just happens to be playing on the Kings. I just feel like he's going to get moved eventually. I mean, they're all going to get moved eventually, you get my point. I think for me, the obvious choice is Keegan Murray. And what I mean by found money is, here's what we're expecting out of Keegan Murray. I think I speak for everybody. Here's what we're expecting out of Keegan Murray next year. Hopefully health, right? Remember, he played in 80, 77, and 76 games his first 3 years. It's not like we're talking about an injury-prone dude. I also think he probably could have played more games, as a number of these guys could have, had the team, not been losing with purpose, as we call it. Here's what I expect out of Keegan Murray. 13, 14 points, 5-6 boards, assist or two, 45, 35, 80, and good defense. That's what I think that's the baseline for Keegan Murray. So what do I think would be huge for the Kings? Well, all right, keep the defense the same, if not improve it. Maybe having a guy like DeAndre Hunter on the floor with him at times will be very interesting. Plus, the lack of defense we're going to have in the backcourt may even make life a little bit easier at times for Keegan. He's certainly he and DeAndre Hunter are going to have a lot of pressure on them as the kind of second line of defense ahead of the guards. But what if we get 18 to 20 points a game out of Keegan? What if he steps up his assists and he has a 18-7-5 year with great defense? I think Keegan, and really, I mean, this is his 5th year, but more like 4.5. I think if Keegan Murray were able to, and I know a lot of you are rolling your eyes because we've said this for like 3 straight years now, if he were to take that next leap, I think that would represent the best, quote, found money for the Kings, because the rookies are going to be the rookies. The second-year guys, same thing. We're expecting leaps out of them. But Keegan's under control. He's the one vet that's under control for the foreseeable future, and he also is quite possibly, talent-wise, I think, the best all-around player on the Kings right now, the best all-around offense, defense player on the Kings right now. And by the way, he just turned. Oh, wait a minute. Hey. Spoiler alert. Celebrity birthdays. Happy birthday, Keegan Murray. He is 25 years old today, born August 19th in the year 2000. Sorry, Chris. You can bring that back later, and I'll recuse myself with Matt and Kayla. But
also, happy birthday to
you,
Chris
Watkins?
Murray.
Oh, you're stupid. Guerrero is going to be my next guess. I would have gone 3 Chris's before. Yeah, happy birthday, Chris Murray, his twin brother. Happy birthday, Keegan. I did not know that until just now when we were talking about him. Well, that's kismet. So there you go. The guy just turned 25. I think one of the early questions we had about him has been solved, and I'm not making light of it because obviously he's going through some things. But anybody else remember the huge argument as to whether or not to draft Keegan Murray or Jaden Ivey? I think Keegan won that battle, right? At least as of right now. Now it's just can we get that other step up from Keegan Murray? Yeah, I think that would be phenomenal found money from him. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Caravan or Sharp? Who do the Kings need to excel more this year?
Caravan, my way, man. All right, Alex Caravan, 23 years old, 6'7", 225 pounds. He's kind of a swing 3 or 4. Emmanuel Sharp, 6'3", 208. He is a guard out of Houston. This is a tough one here because I think the more valuable, if Caravan develops into a true 3-and-D guy, that's great. On this team, though, weirdly enough, they've got two decent wings in Keegan and in DeAndre Hunter. Now, it would be great for Caravan to kind of take that over. But the other thing is this. Imagine a world, and again, we're fantasizing here about this. Well, what if Emmanuel Sharp ends up being the steal of the draft? And what would that mean for him? Well, now we're talking about a true 3-and-D guard, a guy that can pick up on-ball defense, top of the key. He can stay with his man and disrupt, knock a few seconds off that shot clock, and make it a little bit more difficult to penetrate, dish, and also start the offense with an entry pass. That he's just an annoying little flea out there, if you will. But also 6'3", 208 is not tiny and insignificant either at that position. But then if you can also get some outside scoring from him, I actually think, especially considering the fact that the Kings will have 0 defense in the backcourt, they'll have negative defense. No defense, dude. Where I'm not expecting any defense we get out of Darius Acuff and Zach LaVine. I will be, the bar is so low, it's beyond Top Gun Maverick. Like, there is no bar when it comes to defense for either of the starting backcourt. But if Emmanuel Sharp is able to come in, and he's 22, doesn't turn 23 until next March, so still young enough. Well, now all of a sudden that sets up an interesting question when it comes to Zach LaVine's departure, either during this year or more than likely at the end of the year. I don't know that necessarily the Kings could go with an Acuff Sharp backcourt. I don't know if that would work size-wise. I think they definitely run into issues. Acuff 6'2", Sharp is 6'3". Odds are they're going to want somebody different. But to be able to work Sharp into those rotations, to be able to, maybe on a high end, very high end, a Marcus Smart type, which I know if Emmanuel Sharp can be what we hoped Devin Carter would be, I'm going to be very happy. And I still say the jury's out on Devin Carter. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how he functions elsewhere. But he gone. I honestly think Emmanuel Sharp would be even more beneficial than Alex Caravan. But here's to hoping they both do well. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
You can slap an all-star berth on any Kings player this season. Who would you give it to?
Let's see. I'm really tempted to say Darius Acuff Jr. I actually think that's
what I was going to say.
It's probably the right answer, but I think it's also I'm going to take him off the board. I'm going to take him off the board because that's too easy. If your rookie guard, future of the franchise, was an all-star his very first year, this place is going crazy and for good reason. And so I think he's the obvious answer. Zach LaVine, no. Sure, it would be great this year, but you're losing him. Domantas Sabonis, no. Again, trying to move him, number one. And number two, we've seen that movie. That's fine. And by the way, I'd be fine with all three making the All-Star game. I'm taking the entire bench out of the equation because I don't think we're getting an All-Star off the bench. I'm taking DeAndre Hunter out of the equation because, again, contract year, probably going to be somewhere else. Now it comes down to that same name again, Keegan Murray. Imagine a year this year in which Keegan Murray, and this isn't baseball, you don't get an automatic. If Keegan Murray somehow were an all-star this year, it's not going to happen. Highly unlikely. I'm just saying in this fantasy world, if he were, what would that mean? Now all of a sudden you're looking at Keegan Murray, who they have control of. You're looking at a young core with Acuff, Caravan, Sharp, Cardwell. I'm sure I'm missing one or two guys in there. And you have a ton of cap space opening up over the next year or two. As much as the Kings have been in cap hell, I think it's important to note, and by the way, they haven't signed Victor Oladipo or whoever yet. And they will. And odds are that will be a vet minimum. But what is the vet? What the hell is? Hold on. NBA vet minimum. Let me see here. The NBA vet minimum is for players with 10 or more years experience, $3.87 million. Okay. So if that counts for just under 4 on the cap, that would put the Kings at 206, which means right now, remember when they were number 2 in the league in payroll for a minute? They're now, as we talked about yesterday, number 16. So Scott Perry is very quietly.
Good job.
Yeah, he's working. Now, if you add $3-4 million there, that'll move him up from 16 to 13. But you start seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, kids, because next year the Kings go from 202, which is really 203, to $122 million. And then as of right now, the year after next, the Sacramento Kings have just $30 million, a little over $30 million committed. $30.7 million. Now, that's a little bit of a misnomer because Keegan Murray alone is $26 million. Malik Monk has a player option, which he will for sure pick up. So unless they move him, that's going to be $47 million. You've got Acuff at 8.4, Precious at 5.7. Assuming they pick up the options on Clifford and Reynaud, that's another $6 million. Caravan, Plowden, and Achua, as I said, are all signed there, as are Cardwell and Emmanuel Sharp. So 100, but still, when you get to the year after that, that's next year, it's Keegan Murray at $28 million, and then you have team options on Acuff, Clifford, Caravan, and Cardwell. Actually, that's not a misnomer. You know what? I misspoke, dude. That $30.6 million does count those contracts. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Or it counts at least a good part. It counts Sharp and it counts Murray. It does not count the team options on Acuff, Clifford, Caravan, and Cardwell. Sorry, I want to do the math there. That's not a lot. That's not a lot of money. That is a lot of room to move. That is a lot of room to move for Scott Perry. Now it just comes down to, will Scott Perry be able to trade for and or sign free agents here with that money? I know we're way ahead of ourselves. The one thing I would say is this. Remember, Scott Perry was here years ago for like 3 months or something. And that's the year that Vlade Divac was able to bring down George Hill, Zach Randolph, and Vince Carter all at once. Now, I understand looking back on that, that's some hit and miss stuff, especially George Hill. But I also do not like irresponsible hindsight. I don't think there was a person in this city. When I say I don't think there was a person, I mean literally I don't think there was one Kings fan that was upset with the George Hill signing. Not one. His performance in San Antonio, bringing in a Spurs guy. George is a vet. He's going to bring some calm to this team. Plays the game the right way. We were over the moon about it. And the funny thing about those signings is the day they were announced or the day before they were announced, I was on a Southwest flight coming back from L.A. Why were we in L.A.? It was something work-related.
Dave loves L.A.
Dave
loves it.
Maybe it was Vegas. I think it was L.A. Might have been Vegas. I'm sorry. It was a long time ago. And loping down the aisle with me in front of me on the Southwest flight was Vlade Divac. And we see each other. Vlade plunks down next to me. Hey, can I sit with you for the flight? I go, hell yeah, Vlade. Let's go. So thank God it wasn't a full flight because that would have been awkward having Vlade in the middle seat. So we're sharing a row. And
you wouldn't take the middle seat for Vlade?
I would. Just it was funnier thing. It's a funnier visual with Vlade in the middle seat. So
no, you're comfortable.
Right, I'm good. Lighten up a Marlboro. So Vlade proceeded to regale me for it was a great hour. I mean, that flight flew by because I had no idea.
You don't say.
The flight flew by. Good choice of words. I had no idea about any of these signings. And so it was one of those, hey, don't say anything. But it was. It was tomorrow. It was the next day. He goes, here's who we're announcing tomorrow. And he started going over all that. And man, I know hindsight with Vlade being the GM isn't that great, but God, he was so excited. And I was so excited. I really was, man. I was like a little kid in a candy store on that flight because I'm thinking, oh my God, first off, Vince Carter's coming here. That's insane. Zach Randolph's not going to allow anyone to get bullied because where he comes from, bullies get bullied. And now we get George Hill. This is a Spurs type dude. I will tell you though, the great thing about Vlade, gave all the credit to his team and specifically to Scott Perry. Having Scott here is amazing. He knows everybody, knows all the agents, knows all the players since he was a kid. I mean, Vlade was singing Scott Perry's praises, whatever that was, 8-10 years ago. And I have always, anybody who listens to the show knows, I never rely on free agency. I always talk about how we don't get good free agents. And by the way, as it stands right now, the two biggest free agents in the history of this franchise are now Vlade Divac and DeMar DeRozan. But Scott Perry gives me a little bit of hope. Are we getting the Giannis, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry level of free agent? No. But could we get a Jalen Duren? Could we get guys that we actually need that are young and up and coming and see something here? I'm not going to say the future is bright for the Sacramento Kings because I don't know. We've all been burned way too many times. What I will say is the future has the potential to be bright, and you can see a road to a bright future, but it all starts with Darius Acuff being as good as Scott Perry thinks he is, and many others do as well. We'll take a break. When we come back, I want to talk very, very quickly about Sac State football, just a couple of minutes. And, of course, Jason being the play-by-play voice will have an opportunity to talk about that throughout the season. Now, for those of you who either aren't into college football or certainly aren't versed on Sac State football, that's not what this next segment's going to be. We're not going over position battles and none of that. I'm just simply talking about we're about to start a Division I season here in Sacramento for the first time. MAC action, if you will, or MACtion as we call it. I just want to see what you think about it moving the needle this year specifically. We'll talk about it next.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
The summer of Silverado continues at Folsom Chevy. General Manager Eric Wilson and his team have rolled out an incredible deal for August on every 2026 Silverado half-ton truck in stock with a 5.3-liter engine. $13,000 off MSRP, 0% financing for 5 years, no monthly payment for 90 days, and there's a lifetime warranty. Find it all at Folsom Chevy at the Folsom Auto Mall. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends August 30th, 2026.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Did you see that video of Keegan celebrating his birthday?
Did I see the video of Keegan Murray celebrating,
which is today,
his birthday? I did not.
Let me just play it. You can hear the sound here. It sounds like they're having a pretty good time.
Very good.
Well, this calls for
that's actual Keegan.
Sounds like he's having a good time.
Yeah, he's having a blast. Honestly, calm down, Keegan. Maybe don't go over the top, dude.
You couldn't see the video, but he was having 2 ginger ales.
Yo, hey, freaking lax. Higgs. Just a birthday. By the way, I was trying to figure out where to share this. I'll do it here. Sad news today. Really, it came out yesterday, but I just saw it today. Anybody 40 or over, this is going to get you right in the feels, man. So prepare yourself. Here's a 20-second news report.
If you recognize the phrase 8 CDs for a penny, I have generational news for you tonight. After 71 years and a transition from vinyl to tapes to CD, Columbia House is no more. They once had 16 million members, but streaming killed the mail order star. Last day for orders, September 15th.
Okay, couple of things here. Number one, they're still around. Like, well, you can still do this. You know, like you hear, you don't really want to say it on the air, even though we have sometimes, Chris, but you know how like someone will mention something about a celebrity or something, you're like, oh God, I thought they were dead like 20 years ago. Like,
No, or it's like AOL has finally logged off.
right. And you're like, wait, what? There are still people doing it. It can't be the same as it was before.
The only thing I could think about is elderly people that were still signed up for that and
Still getting it?
yeah,
Oh my God. Well,
and didn't know how to turn it off.
here's something I honestly don't know. Can you still rent movies from Netflix? Like, can you still get a DVD and then mail it back? I'm not saying you would want to do that.
I don't think so.
I told you about the thing, like, it was just like 4 or 5 years ago when I found out Netflix had been charging me like a $4.99 fee for like the last 10 years that renewed for having the ability to send and receive DVDs.
Netflix no longer mails DVDs. It officially shut down September 29th, 2023. Netflix allowed customers to keep their final batch of discs. What's bad is I know there's a couple of DVDs around my house that I couldn't find.
Yeah, and of course, and those DVDs would go for $199 each, late fees. I didn't
The
know.
final movie mailed out was a 2010 Western True Grit.
Interesting. Really? Wait, True Grit? Wasn't that Western with Sam Elliott or one of them?
It was Matt Damon and the dude. What's his name?
Oh, Jeff Bridges?
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah. When you said the dude at first, I'm like, oh, way to be. And I was like, okay, I got you.
You knew it, and you hate the movie.
Wait, I'm on ColumbiaHouse.com right now. And I think what they've done is it looks like they've moved from music to DVDs. Get your first 2 DVDs for only $9.95 each. And the DVDs on the front page to choose from. Okay, wait a minute. I'll get to this.
I'll tell you how. I'll let you know I have seen one of these movies.
You have?
Yes.
All right, let me see. There are 5, 10, there are 12 movies.
I've seen one of these movies in theaters.
Okay. There are 12 movies. Give me the over-under on how many guesses I'm going to need to pick it.
I think, let me see here.
Am I going to get 3 strikes and you're out?
I think you'll be able to get in 3.
The obvious.
And it's not that, and I know the first one you're going to pick.
All right, then I'm not picking it then. I'm not picking it.
That was like, wait, what? I want to see that movie.
Okay, I don't think it's going to be a scary movie, of which at least 5 of these are. One of these is a season 2 of a DVD called Dark Winds, which is something I get after Mexican food. I'm not gonna pick that. I'm gonna narrow it down to the.
I'll let you know that you're wrong on. It's not a scary movie.
Really? Okay, one of the titles I don't want to say, even though it's the bottom left. That doesn't sound like a good title to read out loud.
It wasn't that movie.
Okay, we've really narrowed it down. Did you see It's a Wonderful Knife in theaters?
No.
Damn it. Did you see Suitable Flesh in the theaters?
I did not.
Oh, God. Did you see The Dive?
No.
No!
I saw
When Evil Lurks?
When Evil Lurks
Son of
in theater.
My first guess was going to be Blackberry. These do not look like A+ movies, but hold on. Talk about a revelation.
Blackberry, I think, is the one with Dennis from. Oh, no, it's not that. I thought it was there's a movie about the Blackberry, like how it came to be and stuff like that.
Okay, the only thing I care about, and then we'll move on. How have I, A, never heard of this movie, and B, this has to be a parody or a comedy or something. Carl Nargle, Vermont's #1 public television painter, is convinced he has it all: a signature perm, custom van, and fans hanging on his every paint stroke, until a younger, better artist steals everything and everyone Carl loves. This is obviously, he's being what's-his-face from The Joy of Painting. My guy.
Okay, this cannot be the Columbia House now that I'm looking at all of this.
It's ColumbiaHouse.com.
I know. It's not, but it's not the Columbia
Okay,
House.
all right.
It's someone, I think, trying to.
All right. Trying to pose?
Because it's just those 6 movies. It's just these movies. I'm like looking at their, what's a good crime binge to watch? Oh, just Dark Winds. What about editor picks? Dark Winds and Blackberry.
Wasn't the other one, other than Columbia House, wasn't it called BMG? Because that's the one I used to do. Yeah, I think it was BMG.
It's weird now that they're going out of business because there's been a huge push lately to get physical media again.
Well, and that's the other thing I was thinking about too, because in the early days of Columbia House, it started out as you can get 8 records or 8 cassettes. And I'm thinking dude, how do they ship you records? I mean, that can't be a comfortable. That's a rather, you're not fitting that into your mailbox. And those weren't the days when you just get all the Amazon stuff on your front porch. For those of you who are, and I apologize, for those of you under 40 who are not familiar with the concept, Columbia House or BMG or whatever, they were direct-to-consumer music sales. You would have the option of getting, they say 8. I want to say it was 11. And what would happen is, let's call it 9. They would say you can get 9 cassettes or CDs for $1, but also one of those 9 cassettes or CDs, you didn't get to pick. They sent them to you. They would send them to you, and you had to buy it. So you effectively would get 8 CDs or cassettes for $1, and then you had to buy at retail price. It was $16.95. What does that mean? It's still a good deal. You get 9 cassettes or CDs for $20. It's a pretty damn good deal. But why these were classic, I am convinced the biggest reason by far was that everybody committed fraud. It's probably the most widespread consumer fraud ever. And if not fraud, it was just light shoplifting, whatever you want to call it. Because how many little 12-year-old Carmichael Daves, 16-year-old Carmichael Daves, were, you'd grab it out of the magazine or whatever they'd have it on. You'd pick, remember, you didn't go on the internet and do this. You had a physical paper, whatever, with an envelope attached to it that you'd pull out of a magazine where you're checking off with a pen, checking off. Oh, I'll take this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And then they send you the one. And then the way it would work is I think you'd get the first 5 right away. Then you had to buy the 6th, and then you get the next 3 after they receive the money. The amount of mail I would get, I think I did no less than 7 or 8 fake names at my parents' house over my lifetime. I remember one of them was David Hammer because I was into that show Sledgehammer on ABC, and I just came up with it. I do specifically remember that.
None of that made sense to me.
You don't remember the show Sledgehammer? Never heard of it? Oh, you'd have loved it. There was Sledgehammer, and then there was one where it's funny because Sledgehammer starred one of the guys that was one of the executives in Succession, and I hadn't seen him in forever. And then do you remember Max Headroom? I think they were both ABC shows. That was a thing for a minute.
Was that the weird 80s guy
in the TV?
That was
yeah.
And wasn't there that hacking thing where someone used that and no one knows how he did it?
Yes. So, anyway, that's how I got half my music collection, dude. You can go to Tower Records, Flash Video, and Carmichael, and a couple of others, and you can play both Columbia House and BMG off of each other. And what people don't realize is that was back in a world where, dude, music was changing so much. Like, I was lucky enough to be in my early teens, dude.
Well, this says Sledgehammer came out in 86.
Okay.
So, like, hip-hop is just picking up.
Just picking up. I remember I got, I forget the MC Hammer album or tape, but I remember it. I think the first song on it was called Turn This Mother Out. Someone will know what I'm talking about. It was straight out of Compton. Too Short, Life Is Too Short. Easy Does It. DOC, No One Could Do It Better. And yeah, that MC Hammer, whatever, I don't remember the name of the album. But
let's get it started.
Thank you. Let's get it. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. What people don't realize, or they just didn't live through it. I was damn lucky enough to be a young teenager for this. But the Black Album by Metallica was released the day after my birthday, August 12th, 1991. Pearl Jam 10, which is arguably the best cover to cover. They're far from my favorite band out of that era, but you can make an argument Pearl Jam 10 was the best cover to cover grunge era album of all time. That came out August 27th, 15 days later. Guns N' Roses' Use Your Illusions 1 and 2 came out September 17th. Blood Sugar Sex Magic with Under the Bridge, Give It Away, a ton of hits. That came out a week later. Two weeks after that, Soundgarden's Bad Motorfinger came out. And then an album most people assume came out before any of those. No. Nirvana's Nevermind came out September 24th. So between August 12th and September 24th, that's under 60 days, you had a complete seismic shift in music.
This is the height of luxury.
I mean, literally, yes.
What's bad, I kind of just remember as a kid the end of this, of like release day, of like, an album is coming out, is coming out on this day.
That's right.
I need to go to the record album place to get this.
Yes.
And now it's just like, oh, the Strokes just came out with a new album. Really?
Yes. Wait, who? The Strokes?
Yeah.
Oh, get out of here. You had me for a second. Anyways, dude, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7 Hall of Fame albums that came out in under 60 days. That's stupid. I don't know that that's ever been topped in music history. I'm not saying it's the best music of all time. I'm saying I don't know that you had 7 Hall of Fame albums come out in under 60 days. And I'm not even counting like anything else that came out in any other genre. So anyway, Sac State football. Boy, we blow that segment. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get to that, plus the best sports tradition that has very little, if anything, to do with the game. We'll do that next.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Leave your
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Get your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, tell me what's going on for the Make This the Summer Sales Event.
Right now, you can save up to $9,500 off MSRP on one of the most capable Jeeps on the road, the new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Willys. It's hard not to make good memories with this Jeep and all you can explore.
Ooh, those Willys are pretty cool. But what about something to move the family around with back-to-school season upon us?
We got you covered there, too. Right now, you can lease a new 2026 Jeep Grand Wagoneer for 36 months for only $759 per month, with only $54.95 due at signing. If you need something to help get the family moving, this is the Jeep to do it in style and luxury.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$9,500 total net savings on new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Willys after dealer discount factory incentives. Incentives may include $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance for eligible trade, $500 military first responder bonus cash for eligible members. Offer subject to residency verification. Do with this net savings. VIN number 296919, 296918. Grand Wagoneer lease on approved credit. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. Sample VIN 183978. MSRP 66,790. Excludes tax, title, and license fee. See dealer for details.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Country in the Park 2. Presented by your California Army National Guard. October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo. With Bailey Zimmerman. Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo. With Sky River Casino and Joel Gott Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
Are you looking for a night out that actually delivers? Grab your friends and head to Sutter Health Park for Sacramento River Cats baseball. We've got cold drinks, great vibes, and live baseball all in one place. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
We're having a rap and hip-hop conversation on the YouTube chat. And you know what? That's really where you want to go for all of that. Our chat. Dave, what was your favorite MC Hammer album? It was that one. The one I was talking about earlier. That was the one. Everybody always says that Hit 'Em Up is a better diss track than No Vaseline. Look, all respect to that, but I think No Vaseline was 100% the king of diss tracks. And then I know old heads don't want to admit this, and that's fine. I'm one of them, and I get it. But if you gave like a score to a diss track and it was like lyrics, how hard does it hit? How great is the song itself? is the song a hit? You know, like if you gave like 5 different categories, right? I feel like They Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar doubles the highest previous score. Like it's just, it started it was an entire summer, dude. They built pop-out shows around that song.
Summer.
Yeah, I know. It was at the Super Bowl. Look, zero offense to Kendrick Lamar at all, because I love Kendrick Lamar. But I don't know that he gets that Super Bowl gig without that song. He may eventually, or he may be part of a gig. I don't think that happens without that. That song, you know, you talk about the song of the summer, the song of the year, or whatever. There wasn't anything that approached it. Everybody was playing. Imagine, and I always like, I don't have anything. I'm not a huge Drake fan. I don't dislike him. I don't really understand why he's so big, but I don't hate him for it. I've just never been into him. I like 5 Drake songs. But just imagine like someone doing a song that basically ethers you. I mean, it takes out your whole life, calls you and your friend pedophiles, and that's like maybe the 3rd worst thing they said. The amount of things Kendrick Lamar said in that song about Drake and the people he's around. Like, I don't know how he could have said worse things. And then next thing you know, it's being played at like every NBA arena. There's videos of clubs singing along to it.
But it's had its time.
You mean like we're good on it now?
Have you seen the trend? The sorority girls dancing to it.
Oh God, the sorority girls always. Is it some SEC school?
Something like that.
Of course. Superflea says that was Kendrick's second time. Yeah, he was with the Eminem and Dr. I totally get it. And again, I love Kendrick Lamar. I'm not saying he would not have played the Super Bowl. I'm saying I don't know. I'm pretty sure if that song does not come out, he's not playing that show. And that wasn't like, I know it was Kendrick Lamar and Friends, but that was Kendrick Lamar's show. You've got, was it Venus or Serena? I can't remember. Was it Serena Williams? Thank you. Crip walking at the Super Bowl to the Drake song. I love No Vaseline. You're not topping that. You're never, shut it down. You're never topping it.
I'm glad you said it off.
Very good reference. Very, very good reference. Sports traditions that have little to do with the game. This is a fun topic. This is a very, very, very fun topic. So I'll give you some ideas. This is not a ranking. This is not me saying one is better than the other. I'm just saying here are some things. Oh, now Richie's arguing with me. Now Richie's arguing with me about diss tracks. All right, we'll carry that off the air, pal. I've had enough dust-ups for the week. Tailgating. Now, when I say it doesn't have anything to do with the sport, what I mean is it's not on the field. It's a tradition that has nothing to do. Tailgating is simply eating and drinking outside of said stadium or field. And then you go into the game or doing it after the game. Personally, that's my favorite. You could put,
which is being taken away everywhere.
I know.
And that's the thing that we have over the rest. I won't say the rest of the world, because I've seen some ones in Mexico that are pretty crazy. But like, considering Europe and all of that, that's not really a thing that they do over there.
No, which is so freaking strange, dude. It's stranger to me than the fact that they don't do iced tea. They do not tailgate in Europe. Now, they pregame in Europe.
Do they?
I mean, yeah, to be fair, dude, their tailgating is they go to whatever pub that is the regular pub for their soccer team or the assigned pub for away fans so they don't beat the hell out of each other. they get absolutely S-housed. And then what? Take a couple shots of mushy peas so they don't throw up and
They got
go to the match.
Fish and chip shop.
Fish and chip, bangers and mash. By the way, I had when I was over there last, Mason and I had fish and chips. It's the first time I've ever had halal fish and chips. It said it right there. And I was thinking, by the way, I'm not in any way criticizing halal food at all. In fact, the halal trucks in New York are some of my favorite. But I was like, I thought the whole thing with halal, I know it's a religious thing and all that, but it was part of it was also like how they handle the animal and how they, like usually it's like cow, different animals and how they're killed for the processing and all that. And I was thinking, well, like what's like the more humane way to do that with a fish? Like what are they? I kind of want to look into the process of halal fish and see what the normal way of killing the fish is and what the halal way is. Stuck in my head. I just remembered it. Point is, 916, Europe doesn't tailgate because they don't drive cars. I got you. That's fair.
Yeah.
And also, is there a – we're going to carry this over to the next segment. Is there money to be made or a business to be had? Like, can somebody just start buying up property next to stadiums and double it as, like, parking? And then I think the Raiders did this, didn't they? If they're new, don't the Raiders have a tailgating, or maybe they did when they were still in Oakland? I swear to God, the Raiders and or A's had some sort, I think it was the Raiders, though, had actual tailgating places for sale, like that had hookups and stuff. I don't know if it was electrical or propane or whatever, but they.
Are you talking about the Modelo tailgate zone?
I must be talking about the Modelo tailgate zone. Do you have what it is there? Like, hey, this features det. We can find it during the break if you don't.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. This looks more like a hey, we'll do our own tailgate thing. It doesn't look like it's something that you can do.
Okay. I think there might be. How great would that be to go pay to park somewhere, because you're going to pay to park anywhere, and then, here's we need to have tailgating, especially for football. And I know that there's people here that are listening right now that used to tailgate at the old Arco. Your boy Ernest Paul used to. I think he bought stock in Fireball for those Section J. I think it was Section J tailgates.
I think that was way before I met him.
Oh, it was? Those are classic. We'll take a break. When we come back, I want to carry this over a little bit, and then we need to do this Bus family update. How it's going to affect everything is insane. More and more keeps coming out. We'll do that next.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back. on eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Toyota's national sales event is on. Save big on Toyota's 21 hybrid and electrified models. Score deals on the 50 mpg Corolla Hybrid and 51 mpg Camry. Get 1.99% APR on the all-electric 2026 CHR. Or get 0% APR plus $500 finance cash on that fully electric 2026 BZ and the BZ Woodland. Toyota's national sales event is on now. Stop by your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Not be combined with other offers. Ends 8/31/26.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
So, I need hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, Pa. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow. Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
KHD HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. Your local sports leader.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week! So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. Callers, texters, YouTubers, make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and the man behind the glass, Chris Verla!
Let's go. Halfway through the week. More importantly, 3/4 of the day, of the way through Jason's vacation. Jaycation, as I call it. Starting 3 seconds ago, I call it Jaycation. So, yeah. He'll be back Monday.
Maybe.
So, I want to carry this over real quick. We were talking about best sports traditions that have very little to do with the game itself. Tailgating. Just to give you an idea what I'm looking for. Tailgating could be one. The beam could be one, for sure.
W flag.
At Chicago Cubs games after they win. That's absolutely right. Throwing octopi at Red Wings games. I 100% want to say octopuses, but I know that's like saying deers or fishes or moose, which should 100%. The plural for moose, I will die on this hill, should be meese. 100%. I don't understand why that does not exist. The plural for goose is geese. Why is the plural for moose not meese? It's so stupid. Probably the most traditional is a 7th inning stretch along with take me out to the ball game. Now, it goes hand in hand with the sport, of course, but again, that's a tradition. Also, here's one for you, Chris. Why is it not the fourth inning stretch?
You don't know?
No.
It was, I don't remember, but I believe it was a president at the time was leaving the game. And like as everyone's way of showing their respect, got up.
They all stood up and saying, take me out to the ball game.
And didn't say take me out to the ball game, but then it turned into like, oh yeah, we get up at this time to.
This, you know what? Honestly, I think that sounds very plausible, but it does make me miss Two Truths and a Lie. We should bring that back as a segment, as a recurring segment, but it should be like two sports truths and a lie. It really like where we come up with stuff like that, and you got to decide whether or not that's real.
Maybe this Friday.
Maybe the seventh inning stretch, traditional thing, blah blah blah. The exact origin of the stretch is disputed and somewhat murky. One early account from 1869, describes fans standing and stretching during games, suggesting the practice existed formally in the 19th century.
I wouldn't believe anything Cincinnati says.
Another popular story credits Brother Jasper of Manhattan College. Please tell me his actual name was Brother Jasper. 1882 noticed restless students during a hot game and instructed them to stand and stretch in the seventh inning. A later legend involves President William Howard Taft in 1910. During a game in D.C., the president, feeling cramped in his seat, stood to stretch his legs in the seventh inning. Spectators, out of respect, also stood, reinforcing the tradition in the public imagination. Why the seventh inning? Marks a natural late game point. The early excitement is past. Attention can wane. And players may need a brief reset. Okay, interesting. Because there really is no halftime, unlike basketball and baseball or even soccer. I do wonder, I feel like when the road team makes the third out, I think my obsessive-compulsive, my OCD-ness thinks that's when the seventh, because that's the exact midway point of the game. That when the third out gets made by the road team in the fourth inning, that is halftime. That is halftime for Major League Baseball unless it goes to extras. Anyways. Playoff beards. See, I'm being general here. Sports traditions that have little to nothing to do with the sport itself. Danny in Chula Vista, I love this. One of my favorite new traditions is the wave. When they wave at Iowa home football games, they wave to both teams wave to the Children's Hospital across the way. I love that. From the 925, Dave. Well, actually, octopus is a Greek, not Latin-derived word, so it would be octopodes rather than octopi if you want to use the root. The accepted English plural, in fact, is octopuses.
Dork.
Source, one linguistics class. Okay, you know what? I'll accept that. You went from well, actually, guy to you got me with octopuses.
So because he said you're right?
If I'm being honest, Chris, yes. If I'm being honest, yes. All right, what else am I?
Oh, he just read the AI version of Google because I'm reading the same thing.
Yeah. I just looked it up. Okay, I might be getting got here. Go ahead.
Octopodes?
Octopodes? I think
Octopodes.
Octopodes was actually a Greek god. That was the Greek god of calamari.
Oh.
I read it as octopodes. I
thought octopodes were actually on land. And it was that's not millipedes. It was the god of acorns.
I will say this. I
thought you got that.
That was off the air, right?
Yes.
Okay. Chris just dropped a phenomenal He just dropped a phenomenal D's joke on me. Octopede. Listen, I think it's octopedes. I think that's right. But I am so for. What did you call it?
No, it says right. I'm reading it right now. Octopodes.
Octopodes. I want that to be true. I 100% want that to be true.
That's the authentic ancient Greek plural.
Okay. It can't be octopodus because that would be 8 presidents. You can't do that. What is it? Octopedes?
Octopodes.
Octopodes. I can't even say it. That's so awesome. Octopodes. I fully admit I might be getting got here by somebody trying to make a statement, but this is just believable enough to be true. Is like is there a traditional prisoner exchange at the Army-Navy game? Or is that somebody trying to be funny? And the only reason I kind of believe that is like, what if it's some sort of like honor, like for people that have, POWs or something? I don't know why they'd exchange them, but can you find that out? Because obviously, if it's something to like honor those who've served, then that's pretty badass. I know the Navy does, like, don't they do push-ups or something for the games? But that also, my spider sense is tingling on that one.
A unique pregame tradition where select cadets and midshipmen who spent the fall semester studying at the rival service academy meet at midfield and are ceremonially returned to their own sides to sit with proper classmates.
Okay, so there's a prisoner exchange. There's a ceremonial prisoner exchange, but that's phenomenal. And no other, dude. I've been watching this Netflix special on shoguns of Japanese history and all that, and like 1500s and all that, opposing like rival factions. The heads of those clans, they used to do a thing where, like, in order to ensure peace, like let's say you're in charge of Southern California and my clan's in charge of Northern California, and we're trying to keep the peace. Like we would exchange basically you would get I would send Avery to you, and you would eventually like marry her into your family, and then you would send me like your mom, because you don't have a daughter. And then the whole thing is like, if one of us rose up against each other, the whole point was whoever the hostage was we sent over gets it. Like, that's crazy, man.
Well, I was told recently there's this huge horse race in Italy, and it takes place at this town square that's been going on for hundreds of years.
Uh-huh.
And it's these rivalries between neighborhoods. It's just in this town. So it's just like tiny neighborhoods are the representatives by these horses.
Really?
And I was told that, say you live in one neighborhood, let's say you live in Carmichael and you move to Roseville.
Yes.
So when it comes time to the race, you go back to Carmichael to support yourself. Now, say you married someone in Roseville.
Okay.
And you had a kid in Roseville.
Okay.
The kid stays in Roseville with the spouse, and you go your separate way. But let's say your Carmichael spouse is Roseville, and you guys both move in Citrus Heights and have a kid in Citrus Heights.
Right.
Once the kid gets to a certain age, you go to Carmichael, she goes to Roseville, and the kid stays with someone in Citrus Heights.
Dude, that's insane. This goes on still?
Yes, still.
Octopedes sounds like a badass transformer. It's not octopodes?
Octopodes.
Octopodes. Sorry. All right.
Shame Jason isn't here for this.
It really is. Did I say playoff beards? I kind of like that tradition. I think it's in baseball now, but didn't hockey start that?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, this does have something to do with the game, but I will give hockey so much props over this. Dude, their whole post-game ceremony with the handshakes after the series is over, and then they twirl around with this. They skate around with the Stanley Cup. That's the best in sports. Like, imagine if there was a handshake line. I know everybody kind of gathers around and prays and says hello and all that, but they should have that in basketball and football mandatory after every playoff game or series is over.
Also, more trophies that you can drink out of.
100,000%. And where everybody gets, does that happen with the Lombardi or the World Series trophy where everybody gets it for a day in the offseason? That's so great with the Stanley Cup. And the amount of things, like, I wonder how, there's got to be a cleaning service. Because the things that, I'll bet you everything has been done to that trophy. I'll bet you whatever you're thinking of right now, no matter how disgusting or, I guarantee you that's been done because hockey players are absolute bat blank crazy, dude. 100%. MC says, sound out the Greek name could be a segment. He's absolutely right. I still can't get octopodes. Well, I did. Okay. What about entrances / walk up, walk out music?
Walk out.
I know that is leading, but again, it's not the sport itself. It's leading into it. And honestly, it's one of my favorite things. I think everybody should. I think that I want to see more. Do you remember the commercial where Peyton Manning was following the lady around grocery shopping? And like they'd have the cheerleaders in the grocery store, and then they'd be in the deli, and he was like, "Cut that meat, cut that meat." I want. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. Imagine having your own walk-up music at your job, and like a Scott Moak style announcer. Would that not make your day so much better? Imagine people that like for example, Chris, if you were like a crowd favorite and like, you know, you had the pregame on the radio and it was like, last week due to sicknesses and other things, Christopher Lott actually had to work 6 of 7 days and some crazy hours. He was there for the club, and now he's back for a Monday coming in at 5 a.m. Number 21. And then they just introduce you. There's a crowd here cheering. You got your own music playing.
Diane, finance, 5'5".
Right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. I think, by the way, I think this is it, but I don't know why Lionel Richie is in here. Then again, I'm never going to hate Lionel Richie being in here. This is Peyton Manning on Sunday mornings. That's why he's in
with DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket, you can watch your favorite team no matter where you live, like Broncos or Colts. Cool. 18, the old number. Ooh, I have got a coupon for that one.
Oh, that's not it. It's the one where he says, cut that meat, cut that meat. Problem is Peyton Manning's in too many damn commercials. Here's a MasterCard commercial as we celebrate the life and times of Columbia House.
Hey, Teddy, I hate to bother you. You sent my melon to Peyton, P-E-Y.
Groceries, $41.
That's awesome, man.
$41.
Charlie!
Oil change, $25.
$25?
Decaf!
Lunch,
Decaf!
$12.
Great shift today, guys. Nice salad bar.
Your favorite players.
Yes.
Priceless.
Yes!
There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
I think that's the commercial type, but it's not the one where he says, cut that meat. And now I'm angry. Now I'm angry because here we go. I know it exists. I got it, guys. This is going to be totally not worth it at all. But this is what he's saying.
Cut that meat.
Sandwich.
Cut that meat.
$6.
Cut that meat.
See, I love that idea. He's cheering on a guy at the deli that works at the deli that's slicing meat. We should have more of that in real life. Answer that phone. Go to commercial. Build that segment. Oh, by the way, 1-800-920-1140. That's 1-800-920-1140. Ladies and gentlemen, we love to bribe you for listening. Pair of tickets, A's, Twins, Sutter Health Park, a week from today. First pitch, 6:05. 3-game series against the Minnesota Twins starting Monday. Calling all hunters. Hey, you, if you're a hunter, stop what you're doing and listen up. Ready for the twist? Step into the Han Moon for K-pop Demon Hunters Night as the Green and Gold take on the Minnesota Twins. Early arriving fans will receive an exclusive A's and K-pop Demon Hunters co-branded jersey, bringing Golden Idol energy and an epic celebration to the ballpark. Athletics.com/tickets. Can I make a prediction about this? I think this game's going to borderline sell out. Even though I have no idea what it is or what the hell they're talking about, how much you want to bet that place is overrun with K-pop Demon Hunter collect? Oh, by the way, what caller, Chris? Caller number
3.
Caller number 3, 1-800-920-1140. I guarantee you that it's like when the Kings have Hello Kitty night. And I got people I know like Kyle Madsen hitting up people on Twitter. If anybody goes to Hello Kitty night and wants to send a Hello Kitty. And I love how he always couches it, by the way. This is true, Chris. He'll be like, my wife's cousin, my wife's niece would really like a Hello Kitty Kings thing. And it's like, bro, just say it's you. We know it's you, dude. Kyle, we know you want the Hello Kitty. Just say I, a grown man, Kyle Madsen, would like the Sacramento Kings Hello Kitty thing. Or show proof that you gave it to your niece or whoever, which I'm not buying. I guarantee you. There's going to be people out there crashing that A's game for the K-pop Demon Hunters jersey. And then turn around and sell it on eBay. From the 916, Dave told us about girth with more confidence and understanding than he did reading K-pop. No, look, I honestly wanted to make sure I read it right. So we've gone from walk-up music, tailgating, throwing octopodes. I think it's octopodes. I do think it's octopodes, but you know what? Since we have 1 minute left in this segment, and we're having fun here on a Wednesday, let's go to our friend. Hey, how do you say the plural of octopus?
All right. So in modern English, plurals octopuses. You'll hear octopi sometimes, but it sounds old-fashioned or like someone's showing off.
Okay, but is it octopodes or octopodes?
Right. So technically, octopodes from the Greek root, though hardly anyone uses it. Octopuses is the normal one and totally correct.
How do you pronounce the word B-U-O-Y?
Bowie.
Bowie, as in David Bowie?
Exactly.
Okay,
Bowie.
but
Same pronunciation.
But hold on. When I was in England a couple weeks ago, they pronounced it boy. And aren't you English?
Yeah, you're right. In British English, it's boy. In American English, it's buoy. Same spelling, different sides of the pond. As for David Bowie, well, his name's pronounced Bowie, like the American buoy.
No, hold on.
Really?
Okay, if in British English it's boy, in American English it's buoy, then what English is it Bowie, which you just said?
Well, Bowie isn't an English pronunciation.
But you pronounced it Bowie. You pronounced it Bowie. So what is that coming from?
That's just a slip into the name, I think, there.
So you messed up? Did you mess up?
I just slipped into saying
You made a
the
mistake.
name,
Did you make a mistake?
I slipped up, yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Most people apologize.
Most people apologize when they slip up.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I mean,
all
the
right.
standard
Hey,
ones-
no,
the
you know what?
standard
We're
ones
good.
say-
We're good. Hey, you know what? You were accountable, and I appreciate that. Now, as we have to go to break here, I'm doing a radio show. Just do me a favor. Could you explain the differences between the pronunciations of buoy and boy, but do it not in your English accent, but as Chewbacca would?
Right. Fair point. In Chewbacca voice, roar, buoy, roar, Translation. British English says boy, American English says buoy, and Bowie is the name, which is different. You caught that slip. Good radio material right there.
Yeah, great radio material. Thank you.
Sarcastic.
Little bit. Little snooty. Little snooty from ChatGPT this morning. We'll take a break. When we come back, I had a junior high student doing a project for the start of school send me a list of questions about sports. I'm going to share it with the class, and we're all going to answer it together. This will be fun next.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust. Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years. And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Are you looking for an easy win on game night? The Sacramento River Cats Family Fun Pack bundles everything you need for a fun night at the ballpark. It's perfect for families or friends and makes planning so simple. Lock in your family fun pack today at rivercats.com.
At Big O, we offer total auto care to make any car problem feel like no problem at all. We keep the scary lights off and help you get back on the road. Now through August 31st, during our High Temps Low Prices sales event, receive $80 to $120 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hovlet of Hovlet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Make This the Summer sales event?
Right now, you can save up to $19,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cabs. You also get the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HovletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hovlet. Period. 19,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cab after dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives may include 1,000 Hovlet trade-in assistance with eligible trade. 500 military first responder bonus cash for eligible members. At least 5 of this net savings excludes tax, title, and license fees. See dealer for details.
Remember when a driving range was just a driving range? Yeah, Hagen Oaks doesn't remember either. Reserve one of 3 top Tracer bays from 6 to 11 p.m. at HagenOaks.com. Only 3 bays are reservable, while the rest of the range remains open for walk-ups. Play virtual golf, then grab food, drinks, and a seat in front of the TVs at the hangout. Throw in live music and suddenly your quick stop at the range turns into hours of fun. Hagen Oaks Golf Complex. Side effects may include laughter, bragging rights, and one friend insisting he would have won if the wind wasn't blowing.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking gold with me, Kenny Michaels.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 16, Big Easy Bound. The Niners comeback win over Atlanta.
On January 20th of 2013, the 49ers staged a historic comeback in the NFC Championship game, overcoming a 17-0 deficit and defeated the Falcons 28-24. LaMichael James got the Niners scoring first with a rushing touchdown. Then Colin Kaepernick hit Vernon Davis for a score, and while Atlanta tacked on a touchdown before the half, the 49ers were down 10, 24-14 at the break. Frank Gore found the end zone in the third and scored the go-ahead touchdown in the fourth to complete the comeback. The defense shut out the Falcons in the second half, and San Francisco was going to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1995.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show. Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Octopodes. All right. We're going to get into just how deep so far this Mark Walter Laker Dodger thing. I promise you this story is going to be explosive. It already is, but more explosive over the next few days and weeks. We'll do that at 9. When you do this business, when you work in radio, TV, whatever, you get reached out to a lot by kids, and by kids I mean anyone in school. It sounds a little strange out of context. People that are, interested in doing the business. Maybe they're doing a report, they're doing this, they're doing that. Now, I was that kid. I've told the story many times. I was that kid in 7th grade. Well, before that, everybody had to do interview what you want to be when you grow up, do an interview with them. So a lot of people would be a teacher, a firefighter, a policeman, a this, or that, whatever it may be. I wonder what it is today. That's like a founder of an AI company.
Influencer,
yeah. But you go and you find someone and you ask them, 4 or 5 questions, and you write the report up. I was that kid in 7th grade when I reached out to the morning show of what was then known as 93, now 98 Rock in Town. And that was it was the Rise Guys. It was Kevin Boom Boom Anderson. That's a name some of you will remember. Justin Case, Phantom, and of course, our very own Whitey Gleason. And they were kind enough, and through the years I've realized I think Whitey might have been the wind beneath my wings on this one. I don't think I've ever asked him that. Because not only did they let me and my buddy Justin Moore, who was he didn't really have any interest in this business, but he was kind of piggybacking with me because it was a chance to go watch a radio show happen live. But also, it was kind of cool because it was a rare opportunity to have a sleepover on a school night. It was a Sunday night into a Monday. And I remember them saying we could go down to their old Madison studios, but in exchange, we had to bring 2 large pizzas, which, again, bringing pizzas somewhere at 6 a.m. My mom, hero, pizzas the night before, warmed them up in the oven, brought them in nice and hot. Anyways. So we got to watch.
That's also something a mother would do.
100%, dude.
Do you think your dad is, when you say we need to bring pizzas?
My dad would be like, why don't you tell them to buy their own pizzas? They're rich. They're on the radio. Yeah, I got your pizza. Octopodes. So we go down there and they give us a couple of chairs in the corner, and I got to see magic in front of me, man. I did. I got to see them do their segments, play the music. I got to see a big, huge glasses wearing Whitey Gleason typing away at a typewriter. No, I'm not joking, dude. And the segment he was typing up, I believe, was called Godzilla versus Flatulus. I think it's what it was called. It was the old Theater of the Mind, stuff. I used to listen to them every single morning. It was a thrill. It was an absolute thrill. And it was so cool of them to let me do that. And then afterwards, there was like an abandoned office building next to them that they had access to. And we went and played wiffle ball over there, which was an absolute blast. Kevin Anderson like scooted out of there right after the show was over. I think he was like me. And then Whitey and Justin and Phantom and I think a couple other folks stuck around. It was really, really, truly. I joke with Whitey all the time to make him sound super old that he was my hero when I was in 7th grade, but it truly had a massive effect on me and was just the nicest thing in the world. That being said, you pay it forward. So now I'm in a position, I'm probably around the age Whitey was back then. Actually, I think I'm a little older than Whitey was. So when people reach out to me doing school stuff or whatever, I do my best to answer whatever I can, do whatever I can. In this case, this kid, who, by the way, I asked and out of respect would like to remain anonymous, but attends a Sacramento area junior high. I think I'm okay saying that because originally I was going to have him come in and ask these questions. Sent me a list of questions, and I have most of them written down here. I have a couple of them written down that I wanted to kind of share with you guys. So I know he's listening right now. I know he's listening this morning. So kiddo, get ready, and you'll have the video. You'll have the video to work with as well. So, question 1: what sporting event should everyone attend at least once? It's a good question. Now, I'm not going to include any ones that are on my bucket list that I haven't done, and I'm also not going to do Super Bowls or World Series. I'm going to think something general that's accessible. I would say first and foremost, attend a game in which your favorite team is playing. That's just the baseline. If you're a Kings fan, go to a Kings fan. If you're a Giants fan, go to a Giants game. If you're a Sac Republic fan, go to a Republic game. But start with your favorite team. And if you happen to be a fan of a team that's not in this city, it makes it a little extra hard, but make that a goal. Beyond that, if you're just talking general, I would say an SEC-style college football game is something everybody should experience at least once. I'm a Florida State fan. That's a Southern school, but not an SEC school, although the tailgates there are great in Tallahassee. I went to a Kentucky-Auburn game once. I have no affiliation or care for either of those teams, but the smell of barbecue and seafood and beer and God knows what else for a 1 p.m. kickoff that I was smelling at 9 a.m. when we got to campus was mind-blowing. And then you just go around tent to tent. Some of these setups are insane, dude. They're absolutely insane. You got people with like multiple big old trucks, not 18-wheelers, but Ram trucks like you can buy at Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Woodland. Let's make this the sales event, by the way. Filled with gear. We're talking pop-up tents, speakers, televisions with now you have Starlink and, the satellite dishes and all that crap. You can YouTube TV. So you can have the, ball games on, games that are going on currently in the early window. And my two greatest memories are that, and I know this is super random, but I was living in Omaha at the time, and I went to one of the University of Nebraska versus University of Pacific back when UOP had a football team, and I think the final score legitimately, you can look at it, was like 72-3. It was an absolute blowout. But a crisp Nebraska morning, being surrounded by tailgating, and then by the time the game starts, you're ready to go, dude. And I'm not just talking drinking. I'm saying just in general. It's a great lead-in. What's the greatest sports venue you've ever been to? That's a great question. I went to Wrigley Field. I haven't been to Soldier Field. I haven't been to Fenway Park. I haven't been to Lambeau. I would say in baseball, it would be a tie. I don't want to knock Oracle Park out of there because it really is truly an amazing venue. It's just I've been there a bunch. So I would probably say Wrigley for baseball. I haven't been to a lot of football games. Honestly, I haven't. But I would say Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska was insane. As far as basketball goes, I've never been to Madison Square Garden. I've never been to the TD Garden in Boston. I'd say Arco Arena. Screw it. What do you want?
Mine would be Estadio Azteca.
That's in Mexico City?
Yeah.
I could absolutely see that. I went to, you know what? Etihad Stadium was pretty damn cool. I'm not going to lie. Where your boys play when they used to win stuff. That was actually pretty impressive.
Won 2 trophies last year.
That was that. Yeah, that was that. What sports rule, these are questions sent in to me by a junior high kid, and you guys can answer yourself. What sports rule would you change today? I'd make it simple. I mean, I'd have to think about this a long time. I purposely haven't, but I would say one that I've often talked about. I think you should get an extra foul when you go to overtime in basketball. I think if you've already fouled out, you're out. But if you have 5 fouls in regulation, I think you should get one more for overtime, and all overtimes after that. You don't get multiple fouls, but instead of 6 being foul out, 7 is foul out. It would probably be a tie between that and you. Now, you know what? That would be second. The number one thing would be you have unlimited replays until you miss.
Oh, okay.
Until you miss. I don't believe in getting a replay correct and then, okay, well, you only get one more. No. I can have infinity replays, dude, if I keep getting them right.
Yeah, if you're bad at your job.
That's what I'm saying. Why punish the team if you're bad at your job? I know it slows the game down. I'd rather the game be a little bit slower and correct.
Hey, maybe then someone would say, like, geez.
Yeah, we need better umpires.
Games refereed by Jake.
100%. From State Farm. We got a break here in a second. Let me see. What sports moment hurt you the most? That's Robert Ory. Come on, don't even like saying it. What sports moment hurt you the most? What athlete did you irrationally dislike growing up? I want to say Vontaze Burfict, but that was rational. The one that I ended up, and we'll break after this. The guy that I hated my whole childhood for the most part, that actually turned out really well, was Ozzie Smith of the Cardinals.
Hated him?
Hated him. Vontaze Burfict level hatred for Ozzie Smith. Why? I'll tell you why. Giants Cardinals. I forget the year. Will Clark on first, ground ball. Over to, I think, Ozzie Smith fielded over to Jose Oquendo. Will Clark did what all baseball players did going into second, kind of overslid the bag. Knocked Oquendo in the air and down to the ground. Wasn't dirty. It was just baseball. Oquendo was not able to make the throw to first. I can't remember if he dropped the ball or just didn't make the throw or the throw was off. But whatever. It was a baseball play. Nothing illegal. Umpires, all good. Well, while Clark is on the ground, Oquendo's standing up over him and slaps him in the helmet a couple times. Clark pops up and starts swinging at Oquendo. Ozzie comes in from behind Will Clark and starts rabbit punching him while Oquendo's throwing punches at him. This is all on YouTube. Starts rabbit punching Will Clark, my hero, from the back, like in some high school, lunchtime brawl in which everybody's jumping the kid. That was Ozzie, dirty rabbit punching him. And then in one of the great moments of my sports childhood, straight from the dugout at full speed, built like a Mack truck, Candy Maldonado comes in to the screen from out of nowhere and levels Ozzie Smith. Throws a haymaker, lands it while he's tackling, just levels him like a linebacker. Hated Ozzie for that. Years later, this was maybe 6-7 years ago, I was lucky enough to be his playing partner at a golf tournament down south, at a charity golf tournament with some friends of mine. Spent the whole day riding in a cart with Ozzie. Took me till about the 15th hole to get the guts to bring it up. And as I was bringing up the story, hey, I just got to ask you, you were playing the Giants, late 80s, slide in, and he goes, Will Clark fan? And I go, yeah. He goes, hey, man, listen, I got caught up in the moment. I saw, he was getting the best of my teammate. Bad move. Yeah, he owned up to it. And he was the most pleasant person to be around, that all this hatred I had for him growing up. Because when they said you were playing with Ozzy, I was like, really, dude? Out of everybody? Ended up being a great dude, man. Super accountable, super competitive. Didn't switch out, if you know what I mean. But man, did I hate Ozzie Smith. We got more of these. Maybe we'll do some more of these tomorrow. You sent me like a bunch of these. We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not, we'll go streaking all right after this.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Sky River Casino and Joel Gott Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built Americans' financial foundation on the principle of sound, stable money, a principle later embodied by the gold standard. However, we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have since seen inflation erode the dollar's value. This is Stephen K. Bannon. What is the foundation of your savings? Birch Gold Group has been helping Americans solidify their savings with gold for the past 15 years. They help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless five-star reviews, let Birch Gold help build your foundation with gold. To learn more, get your free info kit from Birch Gold by texting SECURE to 989898. That's SECURE to 989898. Take a stand for your financial future. Text SECURE to 989898 right now to receive your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold Group.
Message and data rates may apply.
So, I need hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, Spot. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow.
Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on 3rd line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
The New York Yankees.
Oh, really?
They have the second most home runs in Major League Baseball this season with 172.
That's a lot.
And they're doing that a lot without Aaron Judge. So you got to give them a hand there.
Is Aaron Judge been holding them back? Is he overrated? Jason, say nothing if you think Aaron Judge is overrated.
Whoa!
Wow. Dirty. We're going to have to get back to this tomorrow. Got a lot of people chiming in on those, and I want to give everybody their, like on the rules being changed. A lot of these I agree with. Danny wants offsides in soccer eliminated. I know I'm with you, Chris. That's a little extreme. Here's what I would like. VAR, I don't want to get too into it. Here's what I would say. Like, you can have a body part past the player, the defender, but not a foot, if that makes sense. Like, if your arm or nose or a chest hair is ahead of that should not be offsides, dude. But if you're, I think just a tiny little adjustment like that would make a difference. There's a lot of these here. Dwayne had an irrational hate of Kirk Gibson for hitting the home run off of Dennis Eckersley. I totally hear you there.
Oh, me and Aaron are on the same page.
Aaron said, can't stand Luka. Can't stand Luka. Unlike Matt George.
Oh, yeah, he's a big boy.
Also, I had a question for you. I even took a screenshot of this. I will tell you right now, I'm putting you on the spot. I will tell you right now in advance, dude, absolutely no pressure because I tanked this. In this thing, the guy got 60 seconds to give 6 answers. I got 1, and then I think in the 55th second, I finally remembered another one, to the point where I was like, this is a trick question. Name 6 NFL teams that are not represented by a city. And there's going to be some gray area in here. Just go with it.
Minnesota Vikings.
The Minnesota Vikings is 1.
Arizona Cardinals.
That is 2. You've already done better than I did.
Tennessee Titans.
3.
I can't think of state.
3 to go.
Names.
One of them is very tricky. 2 of them are not.
Well, I think the tricky one. Washington Commanders.
So the Washington Commanders, technically, that's considered a city on this list because it's Washington, D.C. I told you there's going to be some nuance because you could argue it's a district. But I think the spirit is Washington, not the state, the city. Same thing.
It's not in the state.
And
actually, it is in the state.
I'll let you know this, too. New York does not count either. New York,
New Jersey.
Also
New York State.
Yeah, exactly. But there are 3 more. One of them is really tricky, but is accurate, and the other 2 are, I wouldn't say obvious, but no argument with these 2. One of them is
New England Patriots.
I was going to say is very, very, very. It should be easy. Patriots. All right, 2 more. You're killing this compared to me. I'll help you out. They are both East Coast teams.
Carolina Panthers.
Now you've got the tricky one because it's accurate, but it's also like you're going to be like, come on. But it's true.
It's also on the East Coast.
East Coast, NFC. The quarterback for them is a former number 1 pick in the draft.
Is it Tampa Bay?
It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's technically right. There is no Tampa Bay City. It's Tampa, Florida.
St. Petersburg.
Yeah, and the Tampa Bay is Tampa Bay.
Okay.
But, yeah.
It's bad. Like, the whole country is bad at geography to where, Tampa Bay is not a...
Yeah, exactly. No, man, it's one of those sneaky things that get, like, yeah. That was actually, that one got me for a while, dude. Did we do who's not?
The New York Yankees.
What? I thought they were hot with all the home runs.
Well, along with hitting all those home runs, they also have the second lowest team batting average at 229. The last MLB team to rank in the top 2 in home runs and in the bottom 2 in batting average was the
San Diego Padres.
1916 Chicago Cubs.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, I was close.
Also, the Mariners gave up 22 runs last night.
Dude, did you see how they scored their 20 fly ball to center field? Julio Rodriguez catches it for the second out and tosses it into the stands.
I think he just wanted someone off the base path.
Honestly, I think at that point you're just like, I don't care. You know what? Also, who's hot from the 916? I'll allow this for sure. Kelsey Mitchell is hot. Her 20-point game streak continued last night. 29 points in just 3 quarters. As a matter of fact, 29 points in 24 minutes. By the way, Caitlin Clark added 24 points as the Fever beat the Toronto Tempo 101-95. Clark and Mitchell, or Mitchell and Clark, have each scored 20 or more in the same game 16 times this season. That is now a WNBA record. Diana Taurasi and Cappie Pondexter did it 15 times with Phoenix in 2008. That 20 or more for 20. That matches Asia Wilson for the longest such streak in NBA history. Let's go streaking, please. Anytime. It's up to you. You want to go streaking? I want to go streaking.
I don't want to go streaking. I want to keep talking about like different rules. That
you want to talk about different rules? Okay. Well,
like,
we could do that.
What about streaking?
Streaking.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing? We're streaking.
Just want to give a quick shout out to Dwayne in the chat. He knows why. I see you and I appreciate you. And so will that charity. Back to you, Chris.
Okay, so Jason has the longest streak. He's got a 3-game hitting streak. You and I are tied for 2. You want to go with me first or you first?
Let's go with you.
Okay, so I had Kevin McGonigal and Otto. So we went with Luis Arias yesterday. Luis Arias versus Otto Lopez of Miami Marlins. Mm-hmm. You went 3 for 4.
Wow, look at you. You're on fire.
Dave, you picked an interesting pick.
Yeah, I thought I'd go with, because Joshua Baez hit 3 home runs in his first 3 games over the weekend. Greatest debut ever. Then he went on this 0 for 16 streak, and I thought maybe I could pick the guy up. Did I pick him up?
Well, he got up 3 times and still didn't get hit.
Okay.
It's time.
What? It's time for him to get a hit, dude. It's time for him to get a hit. Definitely. Whoa.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Jason trying to get his hitting streak from 3 to 4. He went with your guy, Ohtani of the Dodgers.
Oh.
He got up 5 times and he only got 1 hit.
Well,
which was a home run.
Okay. All right.
Good for him.
Good for him. Chris, this should make you, I imagine this would make you rather happy. Some are saying it's the biggest fall off in the history of Major League Baseball, which I don't know if you know, this goes all the way back to the 1800s. But Cal Raleigh hit 60 home runs last year, batted in 125 ribs. He has 13 home runs this year.
It was great.
I mean, he's on pace to have...
Brady Anderson the second.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's on pace to... Right, as of right now, he has more stolen bases last year than he does home runs this year. That is B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Give me Henry Volte, please.
I am going to take... Not my Dan. But
your Dan.
Alvarez.
Okay.
And we're waiting to see what Jason picks.
Did I pick Henry Volte?
You did, just seconds ago.
Here's what I want to hear out of Henry Volte. I want to hear high drive, deep center field, gone. But if I can't get a high drive, how about I get a nice drive for my friends at Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland to make this the summer sales event? Hey, real question here, Chris. Was that just you were distracted, or did I get you? Did I get you on the transition? Or were you just distracted? I did? Feels good. That rarely happens. Hoblet continues to be the place to find the best prices on the hard-to-find heavy-duty Ram you need. Right now, save up to $14,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 crew cabs. Hey, it's not just the savings, okay? Right now, you also get Ram's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. My goodness gracious. Seems like every time Hoblet does this, they manage to find a new way to sweeten the deal. And that's really the big difference between the big city auto mall guys and the small town family-owned experience at Hoblet. When you come to Hoblet, you experience what, 57? Nope. 67? No. 77 years of family-owned, award-winning customer service looks like. Take that, other dealers. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody but nobody beats Hoblet, period. We'll take a break. When we come back, just how deep does this Mark Walter Lakers thing go? All the way to the Dodgers, and boy, do we have revelations. And I'm not talking about the book. We'll talk about it next.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, let's talk about Mark Walter and the Lakers and eventually the Dodgers. Now, I got a lot of stuff for you.
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it.
Oh, Dave loves it so much. I'm kind of enjoying this. Rather than listen to me, why don't we hear from old friend Sam Amick, who spoke on this?
I mean, the macro perspective, I would argue and say, is that he just suddenly becomes the latest NBA owner who is proving how problematic, like the downside of some of these valuations is that the type of money that is coming into the NBA is great for the checking account so long as everything clears, but sometimes pretty wrought with complications. And right now Matt Ishbia is having a tough time in Phoenix. Portland is a disaster with Tom Dundon fighting. All
right, we're going to go back to what Sam's saying in a second. Chris, I want you to take a look. I've maximized the screen here. So there's Sam. This is Sam on the Jim Rome Show. Okay. Sam will often appear on Rich Eisen. I just had an idea. See if we can run this by Sam. There's a lot of empty space in the background here, dude. I think it would be a great bit. Like, what the ideas I have are either like if we could get like a show logo sticker.
Yes.
Or maybe a Sactown Sports thing in general. I don't think he'd let us put something Kings up because that would show bias. But I feel like we should ask him if we can have him put something in the background. And he's been trying to get me, well, really his neighbor's been trying to get me to come down and hang out where he lives forever now. This would be a really good excuse to do that. And I could deliver a little sticky that he could put in the background for those of you who can't see this. So that way, when he's on Rich Eisen or Jim Rome or whatever, we see one of these clips. Oh, hey, look. There's Dave and Jason in the background.
I think we need that Step Brothers picture of you and Jason.
I am absolutely all for that. You're 100% correct. Just get that blown up into a poster.
Oh, definitely.
He's got so much room back here. All right. Moving on.
Phoenix, Portland is a disaster with Tom Dundon fighting with the city and, begs the question of whether or not he was properly vetted in terms of his intentions. There's all these examples of really unfortunate and complicated and a lot of conflict with these ownership situations. Now, the uniqueness of Mark's is obviously the federal investigation and what seems pretty apparent that the driving force behind his sale, as we've seen, because he's selling off the rest of his sports portfolio as well, or at least being open to it, is the idea of how did nobody see this coming? Because they were doing a victory lap a year ago, thinking the Lakers were going to get kind of Dodgerified, if that makes sense, and be legitimized in a way that the mom and pop shop that it was with the Bus family wasn't, didn't do before that. But yeah, I mean, it's bad times all around. This problem's just getting bigger.
Exactly. How did they not see this coming? I mean, maybe one thing for...
Sorry.
So weird to hear him.
It is so weird. I love Rome, dude. Exactly.
Check that.
How'd that happen?
Give me back my son.
War, deferred salaries. Okay, so this gets so much deeper, dude. Let's start with the Bus family. According to Joe Pompliano, the most underreported detail about the Bus family's ownership of the Lakers is that the trust has a last man standing clause. That means if any family member dies, their shares are redistributed to the trust's surviving members. That creates a massive incentive to sell the team because if you don't cash out while you're alive, your kids, family, whatever, don't get any of the proceeds. That's insane. So you own X percent of the Lakers as part of the family trust. But if you die, it doesn't go to your kids, your wife, your husband, whatever. Nope, it's split amongst your siblings. So yeah, you can kind of understand, even though I'm not a fan of any of them, why they'd want to sell and cash out. Now let's get back to Mark Walter, the owner of the Lakers trying to sell the owner of the Dodgers. He has apparently been looking for cash to fund billions of dollars in loans for a while now. Why? He's got about $1.1 billion coming due within the next 6 weeks. In February, his holding company signed an equity commitment to help buy Clear Channel, which is the billboard company, alongside Abu Dhabi's Mubadala Capital. $1.1 billion payable at closing. Then he owes $6.5 billion to an insurance regulator by December 31st. That's $7.6 billion he has to come up with in about 90 days. The commitment letter is dated February 9th, 2026. The grand jury subpoenas went to his insurers the same exact month. Now, this is where it starts to get insane. Going back to Joe Pompliano's report, Mark Walter's been looking for cash to fund billions of dollars in loans for months. He has engaged Charter Communications. Now, remember, part of the reasons the Dodgers have an advantage, part of the reason baseball is shutting down, most likely, is that they have the best local TV deal in sports. 25 years, $8.35 billion. That's an average of $334 million annually, and the Dodgers don't have to share any of that as part of the stipulations of Mark Walter buying it from the McCourt family during their bankruptcy. That is the sweetest deal in sports. But he's so desperate. He started talking to Charter Communications to see whether they could get out of the deals for both the Dodgers and the Lakers. Now, in exchange for a lump sum upfront payment. So, to recap, the dude owes almost $10 billion. He's under heavy investigation for improprieties. Hasn't been charged with anything, but under investigation. These things take a long time. He has the sweetest TV deal in sports. And he's so desperate that he offered them a chance to get out of it for a lump sum payment. It gets better. Let's talk about the Dodgers and their payroll. Filings uncovered recently show roughly $1.5 billion in debt for American Media Productions. That's the group behind Sportsnet LA and that 25-year deal with Charter Communications. That debt is sitting on the balance sheets of 5 life insurance companies tied to or controlled by the Dodgers ownership group. They get a sweetheart deal on their TV rights from a media company their owners co-own, financed by insurance companies that the same owners control. So it's a closed loop. When regional sports networks hit turbulence, banks enforce covenants or force restructuring. The lenders are insurers the owners manage so the capital chills out, cash flow to the team never gets choked. All these deferred payrolls, all the monies, up to 9 players on the Dodgers. Now, we every year, every July 1st, we have fun because we call it Bobby Bonilla Day. Bobby Bonilla gets like $1.5 million, give or take. And he still has a few more years left over from the contract he signed with the Mets with the deferred money. By the way, the Mets at the time were owned by a guy named Bernie Madoff. The Ponzi scheme guy, all that. I think Fred Wilpon was in there too. Hazy. That was like $25 million, dude. The Dodgers have 9 players that have deferred money through the year 2047. Of the salaries, whether it's Kyle Tucker, whether it's Shohei Ohtani, anyone else, over $1 billion in deferred money. That's how they have basically an unlimited payroll. And from the jump, none of us, me, you, none of us understood in what world is deferring money like that, A, not illegal, B, not a violation of the salary cap rules. You want to talk about Steve Ballmer circumventing the salary cap rules by allegedly setting up endorsement deals, or his team setting up endorsement deals for Kawhi Leonard for like $3 million here, $10 million there. This is over $1 billion, 9 players. That's a full team on the field. In what world would baseball allow that? In what world would any league allow that? No, dude. You sign the player. You structure the contract however you want within the confines of the contract. If you want to backload it, front load it, that's up to you. A lot of times in football, you'll see contracts are way front loaded to give cap relief down the line. In basketball, a lot of times, same things. They're descending contracts, but in most cases, these contracts are ascending. But you're not signing Jason Tatum to a 5-year, $250 million contract, of which all but $248 million is paid up front. The rest is deferred. The Dodgers essentially, did they cheat? What probably is the case, they probably cheated in the real world, but within the confines of baseball, they didn't. I don't think they did. Doesn't sound like they did. Sounds like this is perfectly understandable. But there's something in the NBA called the Stepien rule. It's named after a guy named Ted Stepien, who was the owner of the then Washington Bullets. The reason the Stepien rule exists is because Ted, as often will happen when, owners get involved. Excuse me, it wasn't the Bull. I guess it was the Cavs. Excuse me. At one point, the Cavs had traded away 5 consecutive first-round picks from 1982 to 1986. Needless to say, these trades were bad. But not only were they bad, they crippled the team in the future. The NBA had to freeze Cleveland's trading rights to prevent them from giving up the team's picks for the rest of the 80s and 90s. The freeze was only in place for one season. It was officially ended after the 81-82 year, but all trades required the approval of the league's director of operations. Wait for it, Joe Axelson, the first general manager of the Sacramento Kings. The owner, Ted Stepien, wanted a playoff team right away, thought he was making the right moves. Now, that has all kinds of implications. First off, it completely cripples the team if you're wrong. Hell, it cripples the team if you're right. But you can handle it if you're right, if you're winning, if you're a playoff team. But also, if the owner runs into trouble, if you want to try to sell the team, that's an issue. So you might be asking the question, hold on, if this guy's trying to sell the Dodgers, part of it is going to be, oh, hey, buy the Dodgers. Oh, by the way, you're going to owe over $1 billion in payroll on top of everything else through 2047. Now, the Dodgers are taking down baseball, whether you blame them or not. Baseball is almost certainly not playing next year, at least part of it, because other owners and fans are tired of what the Dodgers are doing. They feel like it's inequitable, amongst other things. Other teams have high payrolls. There's a lot going on there. But the Dodgers are at the epicenter. Well, what happens if baseball adjusts the rules? For example, what if baseball wants to say, no more deferred monies, and from now on, those deferred monies have to be divided equally by the amount of years of the contract. So, for example, a 5-year, $200 million contract in which 190 was deferred. Nope, not anymore. Now you have to add $50 million to your payroll every year, an equal amount. You can divide up however you want. Oh, by the way, we have a hard cap now. Now, I don't think they'll do that. It would effectively kill the Dodgers for a long time. For by the way, not breaking a rule. Yes, I know.
It was great.
You got to be fair. What I do think is I think they'll grandfather the Dodgers situation into that. But what you're doing in this case is now you're making this asset more difficult to sell. God forbid the Dodgers go bankrupt again, or I don't see that happening. I think that's way too dramatic. I think there's way too many. Mark Walter might, but I don't think the Dodgers will. They might get sucked into this, but I don't think they go bankrupt. But now you've put this responsibility on everybody else, the other owners, new or old. And it's not as easy as just saying, all right, players, we're going to pay you up front now. Well, that's not how the deal was structured. Maybe they don't want to get paid up front. There's obviously financial incentive to them not getting paid up front. It's not like the players just said, oh, yeah, I'll defer it. Although, here's where the deferments come in, not to jump around too much, even though I am. Hey, we'll sign you to a 4-year, $80 million contract right now, but we'll sign you to a 4-year, $160 million contract. That's double the value if you let us defer all but $20 million of it until 2038. Well, baseball players sitting there, they're saying, well, I'm still going to be rich, but how about now I have all this money sitting there collecting interest in escrow? I'm going to make this is going to be worth so much more money when I finally do get paid out. And by the time I start getting paid out, 2038, that's 12 years from now, I'll just be getting out of baseball. Or I'll have been out of baseball for a few years, and now I'm 40, 45, 50 years old, and I've got I'll have the most income of my life coming as soon as I retire. It's like a super 401k. And this dude, Mark Walter, and the big reason they're looking at him, or one of them, is that he's using the monies. Think about this. You guys all pay insurance premiums, life insurance, whatever it may be. It's all, now that all goes, every month that goes to the insurance company, and in his case, companies. It all sits there in a pile. Well, what do these insurance companies do? They take all this money they get every month, they put it in a big pile, and they invest it. They put it in interest-bearing this. They buy assets, whatever. It's the same thing banks do with your money. They go out and they buy all this stuff, and they make money. They're taking your money and giving you, your little 1%, 2% APR. You can open up a CD for 6 months for 3%, whatever it may be. They're taking that money, and they're going over, and they're investing it. They're making money with your money and then giving you a little bit of the VIG, if you will. Well, he's doing this times a trillion with multiple insurance companies. He's borrowing from his insurance companies to finance the purchase of the Dodgers, of the Lakers, of Chelsea, women's hockey. He's got a ton of interest in the world of sports. No, by the way, it goes way beyond that. He's not just a sports owner. This is going to get really bad, dude. Because now you have the Lakers, the Buss family, the Dodgers, deferred salaries, TV deals, and a whole ass labor strike. And this is only the tip of the iceberg. So as we go to break, honestly, Dude, you're already focused on that area anyways. Can somebody put out the Pablo Torre signal? Because you know he's got to be sniffing around this thing. Calling all remaining investigative journalists. I want more. And I think in the end it's going to end very, very badly for Mark Walter. And I think in the end the Dodgers are going to be the ones hurt more than any other team here. They'll have some World Series rings to calm their pain, but still. We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not. We'll go streaking as well. We'll do that next.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA3 Weather Center. It's Wednesday, and we're looking at a nice cool start to the morning thanks in part to that Delta breeze. Heading into the afternoon, brace for the heat. It's going to be the hottest day of the week so far. Daytime temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. License 696-355.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now starting at $699 with exclusive student pricing starting at $599. Complete your setup with savings on select monitors and must-have electronics and accessories. Limited time deals and free shipping on PCs and more await you at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
It's summertime, and Aleve is here to keep you on the go. Whether it's planes, trains, or automobiles, Aleve's got your back with up to 12 hours of back pain relief. With just one dose, you'll get to your destination and be ready for your next adventure. So pack your sunscreen, your shades, and your Aleve. No matter where your final stop, Aleve will keep you moving. From sunup to sundown, Aleve's got your back this summer. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Toyota's national sales event is on now. Summer isn't over yet, and neither is your chance to explore California in a Toyota. Get 3.99% APR plus $500 finance cash on 2026 Tacoma SR5. Or get 2.99% APR on 2026 Tundra. Time's running out to take advantage of Toyota's national sales event before summer ends. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Cannot be combined with other offers. Cashback offer excludes Tundra TRD Pro. Ends 8/31/26.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Sky River Casino and Joel Gott Wines. More info at CITPFest.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
At Big O, we offer total auto care to make any car problem feel like no problem at all. We keep the scary lights off and help you get back on the road. Now through August 31st, during our High Temps Low Prices sales event, receive $80 to $120 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nexen, Nitto, or Sumitomo tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.com. sunpoint.us. Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Oh, my goodness gracious. Maybe it's because I'm wearing this nicotine patch. Maybe it's because it's towards the end of the show. I don't think so. I was talking to some powers that be. Not Kenny, not Austin, not Booth. Ooh,
Powers Booth.
Yeah, it's a really good one. Kenny Powers, Austin.
Famous for his role in MacGruber.
That would be his role in Tombstone, but that's...
I just saw a movie with him this weekend, Frailty, with Matthew McConaughey.
I don't even know that movie, but I'll bet you it was good with those two. We need a fourth Powers. Anyways, Kenny Powers, Austin Powers.
Matt Powers.
Super.
Oh.
Superpowers. I was just talking to the powers that be. And I can't say anything because, I want to be able to be told things. I don't want to be the guy that can't keep a secret or secrets.
We're past that.
Are we? Let me just say, I love the station. I love what we're doing. I always mess with Richie, but I will tell you something I love about Richie, dude. That dude knows how to splash stuff up, and I love it. He's just such an evil bastard, and just like me, I love it when it comes to building the station and everything that goes with it. I can't say anything other than I love the things we're doing behind the scenes right now, and you're gonna love just the next few weeks as we barrel towards football. We're gonna be making some really cool. I don't want to say adjustments. No one's going anywhere. We're going to be doing some really cool stuff. And you guys know this. I don't play that whole game where it's like, oh, man, you're not going to believe. And then it's like, hey, joining us now is our new segment on pickleball. No, dude, trust me. Trust Uncle Dave. I don't know what the timeline is, and even if I did, I wouldn't say it. But over the next days, weeks, months, whatever it may be, just talk to me, let's say, in September, October. And come back to this conversation. And I'm telling you guys are going to love it. Some really, really cool stuff. And the station's doing fantastic. We talked about that the other day. Show's doing great. Everything's good. What I love is nobody's sitting there going, oh, okay, well, we're doing well. Let's just chill. No way. And most importantly, and it has nothing to do with this show. Most importantly, honestly, it's a win for you guys, dude. Or should I say wins for you guys. So I'm very, very excited. And I hate to do that, the whole, hey, I know the thing you don't, but I want there to be excitement. What's hot, what's not, and we'll go streaking. Hey, that happened earlier. If you missed that, you can check that out on YouTube. Just go to YouTube. We got Crosstalk coming up here momentarily. Sactown Sports, by the way, is our YouTube page. Want to thank everybody that's been there all day, whether in or out or all day long in the YouTube chat. Awesome. All you texters, callers, contest winners. When it comes to what's on deck tonight, really, it's just a lot of baseball to start with, but it is Wednesday, so we get a lot of day baseball, which I do enjoy. As a matter of fact, about to have their first pitch right now. Tigers at the Pirates. That's in Pittsburgh. That's a 9:35 first pitch. Padres Mets at the new Shea Stadium. You may know it as Citi Field. That's at 10:10. 30 minutes later, Braves Twins. White Sox Cubs, that's been kind of a fun little series. That's at 11:20. Basically, you get the idea. All day, it's daytime baseball. 3:40 in Cleveland, Giants at Guardians. And at 4:40, the A's are in Kansas City hosting the Royals. That wraps up tonight with the, for now, Los Angeles Dodgers visiting the Colorado Rockies at Coors Field. 5:40 first pitch. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, also don't forget AEW Dynamite tonight. Continental Classic Cup continues. Going to have Jay White versus what?
It's because it's dumb, but because you started to run out of breath, you got very close to one hell of a model American voice, and it made me laugh. Go ahead. You know what I'm talking about.
Jay White versus John Moxley. Hechicero versus, I don't forget what, but the Elite's coming back versus the Don Callis family.
Oh, Don Callis, is that like Mafia? Or is that a guy named Don, like for Donald? Or is it like Don Callis?
Don Callis, that's his name.
Okay. Don Callis?
Yeah.
He's
not a good dude.
Is his first name spelled D-O-N?
Yeah.
And his last name, what's C-A-L-L-U-S?
I-S.
What happened to wrestling names, dude?
That's his name. But what do you want it to be?
Is that his, like, so we think it's his legal name? Yeah. Like Christopher Laud? I want it to be Hulk Hogan. I want it to be Roddy Piper. I want it to
guess
be
what Roddy Piper's real name was?
Was it Roddy Piper?
No.
Okay. I want it to be Ted Millionaire, $1 million Ted DiBiase, which is probably his real name. I want it to be Ultimate Warrior.
You want it to be Hechicero?
I want it to be Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I guarantee you his last name wasn't Steamboat. The Rock. I don't think Roman Reigns is his real name, probably, right? It's like, come check out the Ultimate Warrior, Roddy Piper, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Andre the Giant, and Bill Tenenbaum. What?
You don't like Bill Goldberg?
Yeah, but he went by, like, for some reason, Goldberg ended up being his name, and
former Sacramento Surge.
Yeah. I mean, it's borderline.
Nigel McGuinness. That's my fault. He's taking on Hechicero tonight.
This guy, monster, this, dragon, that, and blah, 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 and Don Callis.
Okay, so there is a 4-way for the TBS title tonight.
Oh, thank God. Is that
so
TBS? Is it Turner
with
Broadcasting?
Chris Statlander.
My
World.
Wait, hold on. There's Chris Statlander, who, by the way, plays right field for the Pirates.
No.
Okay. My World?
Maya World.
Oh, Maya World. Okay, that's acceptable.
Persephone.
Sure it's not Persephone?
It could be Persephone.
Okay, is that like a Octopodes? Octopodes?
And Hirku Shida.
I honestly feel like you mangled half of those. I have no idea what that. Maybe you got it right, but you really got me nervous with Persephone.
Also, a sit down with Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay.
Kenny Omega.
Yeah,
great name. What
about Will Ospreay?
Osprey's technically, I think, a bird. I'm kind of okay with that. It's borderline,
but that's his actual name.
Okay, fine. I'm. Oh, if it's your, I'm saying wrestling names. Nobody should be named, Bill Smith.
Oh, your guy that you interviewed a couple years back, Brian Cage. He's in action tonight.
Huh?
Brian Cage.
I interviewed a wrestler?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was in studio.
Yeah.
I remember. Okay, I got you. Nice guy.
Brian. Who better?
Huh?
Who better?
Brian Cage. Great. That's a fine name. That's acceptable because it sounds like Johnny Cage.
He's teaming up with Rocky Romero and Lance Archer.
Rocky Romero, great name. From the 408. That's very ironic coming from Carmichael Dave. That's it. Hey, Carmichael Dave. That's a wrestling name. Yeah. It'd be like, what's something intimidating that starts with a C? Yeah, not that. Yeah, we're on the same page there. But yeah, it'd be like, really? Come on. There's nothing like explosive or evil or mean that starts with C. I'm not looking for jokes. No, that's a K. It'd have to be something. Carmichael
Carnage.
There you go.
Carmichael Carnage is a roller derby team name.
100%. Like you'd have like the Fair Oaks Phantoms, Carmichael Carnage, Citrus Heights Heat, Woodland Wizards, the Stockton Stoppers, and Roseville. The Roseville.
Rosekill.
From the 916, the kids are back in school. Why are we talking WWE? Well, listen.
We're not talking WWE.
Listen, friend. Yeah, what are we talking here?
We're talking AEW.
AEW. Okay, so
that's where the best wrestle.
Question is, why are we talking wrestling? You may ask. And here's the deal. That's not what's happened. What happened is Chris was doing a bit for What's on Deck because there's not a lot on deck. Okay. And he does his bit. Well, me not being a wrestling guy, I'm trying to bring it to the masses here by asking a perfectly normal question, which is, why are some of these names lame?
What happened to those old wrestling names?
Yeah. What exactly? It's like in baseball.
Luthez.
I want Tungsten Arm O'Doyle pitching for somebody.
Hey, you're getting the tugboat pretty soon.
We are. Did you ever hear the bit that started, I guess, on the internet? I went down this rabbit hole last week when Tobey Maguire wanted everybody to call him Tugboat. Are you not familiar with this?
No, I'm not.
There's a whole interview. If you look up Tugboat Maguire, apparently this is one of those like modern fiction things. But apparently people were doing all this satire, including a fake script from an interview he did, including him demanding that people call him Tugboat Maguire, that resulted in the firing of a publicist to fake interviews with Vanity Fair in which he unleashed on the person for not calling him Tugboat. It actually got me for a second. We'll take a break. When we come back, celebrity birthdays, crosstalk, and more, all coming up right after this.
Football is back.
This is Sactown, baby!
And Sactown Sports 1140 is your home for primetime NFL games this season.
This is Kevin Harlan of Westwood One. Catch all the NFL primetime action.
Catch Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football, international games, the NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl right here on Sactown Sports all season long. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
You hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Congressman Kevin Kiley. The most important part of my job is helping the people I represent. That's why I was so honored to receive the National Award for Best Constituent Service. Here's just one of the thousands of people our office has helped.
Hi, my name's Eric. When I turned 65 and went to apply for Social Security and Medicare benefits, I found that my identity had been stolen, and as a result, I was being denied the Medicare benefits I so badly needed. Only Congressman Kiley's office was able to step in and clear up the mess and get me the benefits to which I was entitled. Thank you, Congressman Kiley.
As the only independent in the House of Representatives, I always put constituent service first and never ask if someone's a Democrat, Republican, or something else. If you can't get an answer from a federal agency, or if you feel you've been treated unfairly, we are here to help. This is Congressman Kevin Kiley. Visit kiley.house.gov and I'll do everything I can to help you. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The summer Silverado sell down. How does that sound? When you hear the details, it might sound even better. At Folsom Chevy, they're making it easy to get you into a new Silverado half-ton truck. And they know about trucks there. Folsom Chevy is truck country, and Chevy is the heartbeat of America. General Manager Eric Wilson and his team have put together a great deal that makes a lot of sense. They're offering $13,000 off MSRP on every Silverado 2026 half-ton in stock with the 5.3-liter engine. And there's more. 0% financing for 5 years. And there's more. No payments for 90 days, not to mention the lifetime warranty. It's worth a look at Folsom Chevy at the Folsom Auto Mall off Highway 50 between the Hazel and Folsom exits, or go to folsomchevy.com. From the mountains to the levee, think Folsom Chevy. Together, let's drive. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends August 30th, 2026.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, all beds are on sale during our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe, plus free delivery on any mattress. Ends Monday, only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
No. Jason back Monday. Carmichael Dave, Matt George, Ayla. Oh, by the way, did remind me. Pheromones for a calmer doggy.
I wish I...
It worked on ours.
Yeah, I'm going to try it.
Calming spray.
Yeah, well, because she has a freak out dog like I do.
Freak out.
Gracie.
What is pheromone? It's just like a scent?
Yeah, it's like,
It's just like dog Febreze.
What are pheromones?
It's like some sort of a hormone.
Yeah.
Right?
King of Egypt.
And so we found out today that octopodes is
the king of Egypt.
Is the plural for octopus. Or octopus.
It's not octopi?
Octopi, but it's also accepted as octopuses because it's, I think, Greek, not Latin. But octopodes sounds like a Greek god. Also, it's a fun, like, yo, octopodes.
What?
It also could be something else.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It sounds like that. But so anyways, the point is that you're supposed to, and the instructions are on the back, you're supposed to, you spray like the dog's bed or couch or wherever he or she hangs out, and like you spray it away from them like they're not there, and then you introduce them to it like 15 minutes later when it's all kind of chilled out.
Right.
In theory.
You don't just spray it in their
Should
face.
I spray it in here?
Like pepper
spray? See if Matt reacts to it?
What if like the whole show he's like, so NFL talk today.
That would actually be entertaining.
Time to go play golf.
We don't have a lot on the show today.
He sounds
It's one of them tired days.
I mean, you're always welcome. I did topics, questions that a junior high school kid sent me.
What?
Yeah. So, like you'll get it. Like, hey,
That's funny.
Hey, Kayla, my name's Fred. I'm trying to break into the business and I have this assignment.
Yep.
Like, and you always want to answer those.
Yeah.
So he sent me a bunch of questions that he wanted me to answer. And I was like, I'll just do these on the air with everybody else. And you can.
Were they good?
Mm-hmm. What sporting event should everybody attend once?
Oh.
Or,
okay.
I mean, I know I'm putting you guys on the spot. So, or best venue to watch any sport you've ever been to. I think that would allow for golf courses too, or anything. It doesn't have to be a rule in sports that you would change.
These are not bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Not
A
bad.
lot of these are fantastic. We talked about, these are summer topics. The best sports tradition that has little to do with the game. So, for example, tailgating.
Yes.
Lighting the beam. Throwing that's how we got on octopi.
Yeah. They do a catfish in Nashville. They throw a
For
catfish.
hockey? For the Predators?
Mhm.
For when? For a win or
Before the game. Yeah. Before home games.
They just throw catfish on the ice?
There's one person that usually sneaks in and straps it to them. Somehow they get in, and that's like a playoff thing especially.
First off, that can't smell great.
No, it's crazy, and they continue to do it. It's a big tradition.
Also, imagine being the Zamboni guy that has to clean up like
I know.
What's the one? I don't know if it's just one place, but there's like a Northern Canadian, like Moose Jaw or something, minor league hockey.
WHL?
Probably. And they like once a year, you guys have to have seen this. Once a year, the benefit of kids charity, everybody throws the teddy bears.
Yeah, it's a teddy bear
It's
game.
the greatest thing I've ever seen.
That's cool. I've covered one of those where they throw them, and
Really?
it's insane.
I would go just to watch that.
It's fun.
Have you seen the Silent Night game in college?
No.
Like a college program, and I think high schools have now adopted this. I'm sure multiple college programs do this, but the Silent Night game is that until a certain amount of points are scored, the place is completely silent. And then when that, let's say 10 points, when the 10th point is scored by your
This
team.
is basketball?
Is this basketball?
Yeah.
I was like, that can't be in hockey.
No, this sounds vaguely familiar. Like it's
The Silent Night. It's right around Christmas time, and then the place goes bonkers,
cool.
and they like stop the game because everybody rushes the court and woo.
Okay, well, they could have stopped before that, but I like the original.
So they rush the court after the 10 points?
Yes, and they stop the game, and then it's a
I
whole
don't like
thing.
that part. I like the first part. Rushing the court.
I never heard of that before.
What's I know there's a lot of places that will. As a matter of fact, I think at Monarchs games they used to stay standing until the Monarchs would score the first.
Okay, I like that, and I've seen that before at other places. I feel
And I think it has to be a basket. It can't be a free throw.
Yep.
Which absolutely makes
I think
sense.
there's a couple NBA teams that do that.
Do they? Okay.
I think OKC might do that.
I
could be wrong.
7th inning stretch / take me out to the ball game where we then went into the history. There's a lot of different theories as to how it started, from Teddy Roosevelt wanting to stretch, or was it Roosevelt or Taft? Sorry,
Taft.
He was a kind of a big one.
Taft was a big boy.
He was a big boy.
Big boy.
And then I found myself wondering,
yeah, he's a big boy.
Why would the 7th inning stretch not be when the road team at the baseball game makes the final out of the 4th inning? If you do the math, that's halftime.
Like middle.
That's halftime. It's
Yeah.
exactly middle of a 9-inning game. Why are you doing the 7th
It is
inning?
always a little late.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the All-Star game in the NBA. It's not the halfway point.
No, it's not.
Playoff beards. That's a fun one.
Yeah, that's a hockey thing, and the hat trick where they throw the hats on
Yes.
the ice is a
We
hockey
did not
thing.
talk about that. You're absolutely right. Entrances / walkout /
Cool.
walk up music.
I like that.
Yeah, I think so. That's where we're at today. And then, oh, by the way,
There's an art form to that.
The Dodge, the walk-up music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, aren't you kind of a semi, more than me at least, wrestling person? Or
Big
no?
time.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
WWE.
Yeah,
He's
big
a WWE
I'm a WWE guy.
Yeah.
I'm not like a real
He's not a
wrestling,
wrestling
fan, according to Chris. I'm a WWE.
Ah.
You know what he's doing, right?
Yeah, no, I completely
You know the
subscribe.
psychology behind that.
No, I subscribe to. I'm not a real wrestling fan. I just like WWE.
That's the thing. That's Chris is part of a group we call gatekeepers.
Oh,
We've
no.
talked about them.
No, this is more open.
We've all been.
WWE fans think that just WWE
That's
is
not what I'm
wrestling.
talking about. We all went to school with these people. See if this sounds familiar.
Uh-huh.
You're wearing a Pearl Jam shirt. You're wearing a Metallica shirt. I'm wearing a Nirvana shirt. Chris is over there wearing a Sheila Divine and Susie and the Banshee shirt.
Yeah, he's
the guy
he's a real rock
He's
fan.
the guy that used to like Pearl Jam back in the day,
Before
but then
they
sold out.
Yeah.
No, this is more of like, oh, I love baseball so much. I'm a huge Savannah Banana fan.
You're calling WWE the Savannah Banana?
Yes.
But isn't WWE the celebrity birthdays, by the way? Isn't
the Empire?
Oh, yeah. Aren't they they're the name brand? They're the Oreos of the Hydrox.
And Hydrox came out first.
But they're the Transformers to the GoBots. I think you just like
they're the most profitable.
You don't think there's a psychology streak that goes through you, which is part of the reason why you like English League football?
Because when I say I'm a wrestling fan, I like watching AEW. I watch WWE. I'll get in New Japan every once in a while, see some GCW shows.
But I feel like you're attracted to the smaller, to the non-mainstream.
No, that would
thing.
be more of GCW, New Japan.
Did you see Adam Copeland's interview with Ariel Helwani?
I did.
Really good. Sorry.
Because we know who they are.
I know who Ariel is. Is Adam Copeland that KMBR,
He's Edge.
right?
No, Adam Copeland is Edge, the famous wrestler Edge.
Oh, okay.
He's now on
Sounds
AEW.
like a CEO of a
Like Adam Copeland,
company.
CEO of Bronkhorst Entertainment.
Edge, the rated R superstar.
Oh, I forgot. What was the name of the wrestler that started this whole thing? It was like Fred Blister or something.
Whoa.
Fred
I don't
Blister.
remember.
He needs to take some antibiotics.
Don Callis.
Oh, Don Callis, and he's not a wrestler.
And I said, what
Anymore.
happened to why can't...
Oh, see, you would like him because when he was in WWF at the time, he was the Jackal.
That's what I'm saying. What happened to those names? Now you have oh, hey, here's Bill Smith, the wrestler.
Because they got
These
less
names are
gimmicky and more
ridiculous.
like...
More gimmicks.
All right.
All right, Chris, roll out very quickly. Celebrity birthday.
On this date, in what year did the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin come out?
Ooh.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell.
Steve, as in,
I love it.
was his middle name Christmas?
Yeah, Steve Christmas Carol.
2002.
2004.
2005.
I think I'm early.
We have a correct answer. Kayla, 2005. Happy birthday today to John Stamos.
Oh.
Beach Boy, John Stamos.
Full House, John Stamos.
Mm-hmm.
Fuller House, John Stamos.
Yeah.
Was married to Rebecca Romaine? Is
No.
married
Was.
to Rebecca?
Oh, was. Okay.
Yeah, and then Jerry O'Connell, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never heard him talk about it.
I would probably talk about it all the time.
What are we talking about?
I think he's 62.
I think he's in his 60s. I'm going to go with 63.
Looks good, though.
Yeah, 66.
We have a correct answer. Carmichael Dave, 63. Very quickly, Kirk Cousins for the win.
Kirk Cousins is 37.
38.
Really? 35.
Kayla for the win, 38
Yes,
years old.
and Keegan Murray's 26.
Yep, yes, he is today.
Keegan.
Murray.
We'll talk about that more, or these guys will. It's a show
We
everybody's
will?
talking about. Well, I don't know. Maybe you will. Maybe you
hanging
won't.
around?
He's coming on the show.
I'm your 1 o'clock guest.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and
Bye-bye
X
now.
at Sactown 1140.